Hi everybody, we're live in the Hollywood Hills here in LA for E3 2018. My name's Ed and I'm the Senior Community Manager at Frontier Developments, and tonight we're going to take you on a deep dive through Jurassic World Evolution. We've got giveaways, we've got 3 copies of the game to give away and an exclusive Xbox One X which is branded Jurassic World Evolution, so stick around to find out how you can be in for a chance to win that. We also have interviews with the developers, we have interviews with Jeff Goldblum himself as well. He's not here, we recorded it at the end of last year. So hey, welcome to the Jurassic World Evolution live gameplay premiere. So hello guys and welcome to LA. It's quite exciting stuff. Thank you so much for joining us. We have with us, and thank you guys for joining as well at home, we have with us executive producer Rich Newbold and head of animation Nick Rogers at Frontier, from Frontier as well, guys. So it's June the 12th. It's 2 days away before Jurassic World Evolution launches. You guys have been working on it for quite some time now, so it must feel quite exciting to finally be able to, well, to show it off as well on the live stream, but also to finally see that people are going to be playing it for themselves at home. How does that feel? How does that feel for you?
Oh, well, this is what it's all about. We're so excited. Obviously, we've put a huge amount of work into this game, and it's just so much fun that we're here at this wonderful event, and we're going to get people playing the game for the first time.
It's amazing, really is, just to be here, just to
being
this setting,
being in E3. This setting is ridiculous. Look around us. I mean, it looks like we're kind of in Costa Rica here as well.
Oh, it's beautiful. yeah.
But E3. So this is your first E3 as well. How does it feel?
It's my first gaming convention. Yeah, in 12 years in the industry. This is my first time at any game convention. I'm right in at the deep end at E3, and it's completely blown my mind. It's amazing. The stand we've got down there is incredible, and I just can't wait to get people coming through it.
Of that stand, but it is really spectacular to be here. I mean, LA is a strange place, but it's a wonderful place too. We'll have a great time as well. But I think we mentioned earlier on about the competition as well, and some of the competition details that we've got. Remember, if you can use the hashtag Jurassic World Evolution, and either on Twitter or Instagram. So listen carefully. This is the competition. If you want to win this amazing Xbox One X, which is branded Jurassic World Evolution branded Xbox One X. I think we've got an image of it there. I mean, look at that. And unfortunately, Frontier Developments employees can't enter, so you guys can't enter.
Got it.
I'm very sorry. But if you're interested in winning and getting your hands on that, all you have to do is go on either Twitter or Instagram and tell us what your favorite dinosaur is. Use the hashtag Jurassic World Evolution and just tell us what your favorite dinosaur is. And then at the end of this live stream, so make sure you stick around to the very end, we are going to pick a winner and announce it live here on the stream. Very fancy stuff. Very fancy stuff indeed. But without further ado, we said we were going to show off some extensive gameplay today. But for those who might not have been following this entire last 2 years, where we've been talking about Jurassic World Evolution for quite some time now, and we will have some treats for those who have been following us from the very start. But for those who don't know what it is, Nick, what is the sort of TLDR on Jurassic World Evolution?
So if you've never played, if you've never seen, obviously no one's played it yet, but if you've never seen any of our content up until now, Jurassic World Evolution is a game where the player gets to build their own Jurassic World. You take control of each of Las Cinco Muertes, which you might know from the Jurassic lore, and turn by turn you build your own park on each one, and you try and get guests to come along. You create your own dinosaurs, you build up all the facilities, and you just try and manage the chaos of looking after these ancient beasts. It's wonderful, so hopefully everyone's going to enjoy taking a look at that now.
Yeah, we're going to have a look. So Rich, the first place that we're going to, the first island, it's the second level of the game, isn't it?
Yeah, we're on Isla Muerta, which is the second island that the player's entrusted with in the game. So once they've kind of found their feet on Isla Matanceros, the first level, they get given Isla Muerta. It's a different playable area that has a lot more challenge as well. So it's an island that has a lot of storms coming in, so every now and then a storm might come in, cause some damage, and it will upset your dinosaurs as well. So it's just more of a challenge for the player, and this challenge builds throughout the game as well as they progress through all the islands.
Fantastic. Well, let's load in. Let's get that gameplay up there.
Here we are. This is a beautiful Isla Muerta, which translates to the Island of Death, which is the perfect place for a theme park. But as you see, it's got these gorgeous sunsets, it's got this lovely beachside location, so it really is a really gorgeous looking island. And you can see there's some of the parks already built here, and we've got some of our dinosaurs already knocking about.
Yeah, so the dinosaurs really are you could argue they're the true star of the show.
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely stunning. And I was going to say, basically, it's fundamentally a top-down management game, Jurassic World Evolution. So the fact that the dinosaurs look as good as they do kind of is absolutely amazing. You guys have done an incredible job bringing I think I might be slightly biased, but I do think they're probably the best-looking dinosaurs ever in a video game.
That's very kind of you to say so. But yeah, obviously, this being a Jurassic game, it had to be all about the dinosaurs. And when we first started making this game, we set our visual target really at the films, and we wanted to try and bring the visuals of these dinosaurs as close to what people recognise in the films as possible. So our art, animation and audio teams have put a gigantic amount of work into making sure every tooth and scale of these dinosaurs is accurately reproduced, and then we've got this the animation team have just done an amazing job of bringing this to life, and we've also got this incredible audio, and it all comes together, and we've got these beautiful looking dinosaurs.
There's the Dilophosaurus there munching on some meat as well.
Absolutely.
Looking very pleased with herself. And we can also bring up the statistics of the dinosaurs as well. And also we can, first of all, at the very top, you've got the name of the dinosaur there. So why don't we involve the chat for the first time as well? Why don't we get the chat to pick the name of the first Dilophosaurus that we've looked at here?
I think
some chat suggestions in. We can read it. So
let's better than DLP.
We should call the Dilophosaurus, and then we can bring it up here as well. But yeah, talk us through the stats. So what are all these stats all about? Dinosaur welfare, super important, right?
Yeah, so it's a game about managing your facilities, and that they're made up of your dinosaurs and your guests. Your dinosaur welfare is made up of a few different statistics, so the basics like health, their food, their water, if they're hungry or thirsty, and then their comfort levels. So each dinosaur has different levels of grassland or forest that they need in their enclosure, so how much space they need to roam in. They have a population level as well, which is how many dinosaurs or in total they're happy with in their enclosure. And social, which is how many dinosaurs of the same type. Each dinosaur has different values for that. So some are social dinosaurs, some are quite isolated type dinosaurs. So the T-Rex doesn't like anyone, so her enclosure needs to be just her, otherwise things are going to go wrong. So it's
the chat have chosen the name for the dinosaur, by the way.
It should be Nedry.
And apparently they have chosen Nedry.
Well, that's wonderful. That's a very topical name.
That's going to lean in here.
Let me just pop that in there.
Yeah, there we go, Nedry. Perfect.
There we go.
A great start to the live stream. Thanks, guys. Thanks, everyone in the chat for that. All right, so why don't we take a look at, first of all, what do we need to do? I want to know, how do we get here in the first place? How does the player get to the second level? What do they have to do? How does the mission system work, essentially?
So the player gets to Isla Muerta by succeeding on Matancera. So once they've proven themselves on Matancera, and there's an island rating that each island is rated against. So once you've unlocked a 3-star rating, you'll get given the next island of the 5 deaths. And the rating is made up of a dinosaur rating and a facility rating.
Very cheery names are being chosen there as well for this. 5 deaths, the island of death.
The island of death, yeah. It's always like a little hint about what we're doing.
Party island.
And the Hammond Foundation are entrusting you with these islands, these facilities, to rebuild the Jurassic World in. And the Hammond Foundation is made up of 3 divisions. So there's the Science division, the Entertainment division, and the Security division. And each head of that division has their own agenda. So they're asking you, as the Director of Operations of these parks, to build facilities to look into dinosaurs in different ways. So Science is all about the authenticity of the dinosaurs, making sure they're as authentic as possible. Isaac, in charge of the Entertainment division, is all about tourism. He wants it to make a theme park. And Lambert, who's security, is all about testing dinosaurs for combatant use, making sure that our response to them them escaping is up to scratch as well. So
managing the danger involved in keeping these dinosaurs.
And each division, you have a reputation with each division head. It's like a trust level. As you complete contracts with each division, which are like one-step objectives, you get access to new unlocks or new missions. So we have different missions or dinosaurs available to each division. So you can...
That could be new dinosaurs, new technology, new buildings, and some of those are only accessible if you have sufficient reputation with those divisions.
So,
opportunity has presented itself.
Dr. Dewey's, and every now and then they'll get in touch with you and offer you contracts. You can then choose to do those contracts, or if you want a bit busy at the moment, you can come back and request some new ones. So each division will give you opportunity to complete those.
Those contracts increase the reputation, which then unlocks missions as well, which I think we have some unlocked already. It's worth mentioning as well and reminding people, in order to win the console, you have to use the hashtag Jurassic World Evolution on Twitter or Instagram. Tell us what your favourite dinosaur is, very simply on Twitter or Instagram, and use the hashtag. Not in the chat. There are going to be some separate competitions in the chat coming up as well. So to win the console on Twitter or Instagram, name your favorite dinosaur and use the hashtag Jurassic World Evolution. So talk us through, which mission are we going to go for today, Nick?
I think we should go with the science mission. I think it's a good one. I think it's a solid one. And it's a good place to start. I think preparing for the sick dinosaurs can show a little bit about how you look after your dinosaurs as they come in. And yeah, I think it's going to be a fun one. Let's pop that one up.
I'm glad to see you overcame Dr. Malcolm's reservations.
We'll let Dr. Dewar
I don't know
talk us through
whether he
it.
is overly cautious or just looking for the chance to say I told you so. Maybe it's both. Regardless, I think that together we'll get this done.
So it looks like she's going to send us a sick Diplodocus to look after,
Okay,
or
so
Diplodocus,
as I
if you're that way inclined.
Yeah, I
We
think
have
I'm a
a disease
Diplodocus kind of guy.
Yeah, I think I'm moving to Diplodocus. But
Prepare for it. Let's get
All
to
right.
work.
I don't know if the chat can actually see the top right corner there, but we have got the characters coming in and talking. So if we could sort of maybe get rid of, just show the gameplay on its own.
Yep.
Thanks.
there we go. So we're going to prepare a little area down here for our Diplodocus to land in. So we've got somewhere for her to live.
Stuff. And I know that Rich was talking through this earlier, but maybe you can talk through while you're placing it down as well. So all of these are different depending on the type of dinosaur that you're putting in there. It'll have different needs, different things. So we know because we played this mission before.
Yeah.
The Diplodocus needs a lot of space.
So
make sure that you're making a nice big enclosure. But also worth mentioning as well that Rich is using the Xbox One controller as well. We are playing it on the PC today.
More space.
More space
Really
needed.
big, really big.
You know there's going to be more space
Stingy
needed.
with space.
Can we extend it out a bit?
Yeah. Oh, it's Rich's top tip. Rich's first
My top tip is
Go on, Rich.
if you're building an extension, is to build the extension first and then knock the wall through.
Okay.
Especially if there's dinosaurs involved, because that way you don't leave a big gap.
Or you
to
can do
escape.
my method, which is knock down the wall and then test yourself on how quickly you can rebuild the fence before the dinosaurs get out and get everyone.
This makes things
So it depends.
even more exciting there.
Or Maverick.
Absolutely Maverick. So you've got the dinosaur coming in about 10 seconds time. That looks good. You've made a nice little space there. You are missing food. I was going to say, well
Some
done.
food. I think we do a bit of forest as well. I know that a lot of the herbivores like having a bit of forest around. Oh, there we go.
Ready?
We are ready.
We're ready.
I say we're ready.
I think we're ready.
I say we're ready. Bring her in.
En route to pick up the asset.
Right, while we're doing that, can we talk through some of those characters as well? So do the characters have a... we saw Cabot Finch there, or heard him at least, coming in. Do the characters have a sort of interaction with one another, like a back and forth, that'll move through the game, sort of a storyline?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the different divisions, they want you working for them and not for the others. So you'll normally find that if you're doing too much work for one or the other ones might get a bit disgruntled. And later on in the game, if they get too annoyed with you, you might actually experience some sabotage from some of the other divisions where they could perhaps take out your power or poison one of your dinosaurs or suddenly throw open all the gates in your park.
That one's the worst.
Yeah, all kinds of chaos. So they can be quite vindictive if you're not balancing your reputation carefully with all those other divisions.
Oh, there she is.
Secure this
Oh,
animal
she's
for
Poor, sick
search. Let's see if
Diplodocus.
we can
But she
identify
doesn't have a
the
name.
extent of
She
the
doesn't have a name yet.
She doesn't have a name.
You know who's really good at naming dinosaurs?
Yeah.
Our chat. Chat, what should we call it? I think there's going to be a running theme throughout this.
Yeah, oh,
Every
no,
single
no,
dinosaur
it-
we get has to be named by the chat.
I think that naming the dinosaurs adds so much to the game because you care so much more for them when they've not got a serial number.
Well, you can name almost anything in the game, which I think is one of the stranger features, but also one of the most interesting
Right,
things.
you can name
But
every
it is
building,
useful.
every
It is
gate,
useful.
every feeder, and it is useful because when you're trying to find something in a hurry, if you've named something, you know exactly where it is, and yeah, I'm very pro renaming everything.
Pro renaming everything.
Yeah, definitely.
If Nick gets a chance to rename something, he will do it.
I will. Any opportunity.
We can see that you were right, Nick.
Yeah.
The Diplodocus needs more grassland, it needs more forest, so the enclosure I built isn't quite right, so I need to extend the
Told you, man.
enclosure a bit more.
She's fussy. She wants a bit of extra space. And she's also full of poor old Cryptosporum at the moment, so we'll have to get her cured soon.
Just a reminder as well that this is just one sort of slice of the gameplay that we're showing off. We're not going to show off all of the dinosaurs today. We're going to show off a selection of them, of course, but not all of them, because we want you to be able to, discover some of the stuff for yourself as well towards the end of the game. We are going to be showing off Penna in just a little moment as well, which is one of the more challenging islands. I think Nick is going to try to.
I'm going to try my hand
at Penna. It's going to
yeah.
be good fun. And then we are going to be showing off the sandbox mode at the end of the live stream as well. And talking through kind of how the game plays into the sandbox mode.
That's right.
Oh, we have lots of people are saying, okay, so we have 2 suggestions, and I'll let you make the deciding vote on this one.
I quite like Big Dipper.
We have Big Dipper or Dippy.
I quite like Big Dipper. That's resonating with me.
Let's go for Big
Finish
Dipper.
making it fine for her.
Let's get this keyboard up here.
Let's get the keyboard out. Big Dipper.
There we
There
go.
she is.
Oh, there's Big Dipper.
And whilst that's all that's happened as well, Rich, you've done a fantastic job of making Big Dipper very, very comfortable in there too, which is really, really lovely. So how do we make her better?
So part of the game is the research system that we have. So inside the research center, which is one of the facility buildings, you have access to a research tree. So there are a number of things for the player to research as they progress through the game. We're seeing new enclosure types, so stronger fences, new buildings, upgrades, genetic engineering pieces, DNA from real animals that you can mix in with your dinosaurs.
Could we look in some of those? Awesome. So you
Yeah.
haven't unlocked all of them at this point in the game, but obviously as you go through, you unlock more based on more missions and core contracts that you.
Yeah, as you get each new island will give you new research opportunities, and your reputation with each division will increase that as well. But one of the key things that we need to do is make sure that our ranger teams have access to the right medical treatments to cure our dinosaurs. So we've got a number of antidotes already, but the one we're after is for the cryptosporidium.
Ooh, nice.
Thanks.
Nicely done.
So whilst that's researching,
Richard, I don't want to alarm you, but your hotel and Hamilton
I was going to say,
on fire.
I don't know how that happened.
No, a storm happened while we were chatting
really?
earlier.
Oh, right, I didn't see
and quietly took out a couple of our buildings, but we'll maybe worry about that a bit.
Well, one of the things about Jurassic World Evolution I enjoy in particular is that it is a very hands-on management game. Everything has to be managed manually. You can't set things up to be done automatically. You can, and I'm sure we'll see during Penna, I'm sure we'll see when you have to set tasks to certain teams that they go do things while you also do things manually. But everything is done by hand, and I think that's one of the sort of the most satisfying challenges is clearing up those top red things at the top there and just getting rid of those and seeing those clear away and just feeling good that you can get back on track managing your island now.
So there's several different layers to the management. So you run the park as a whole, but you can get right the way down into individual shops and individual buildings, and you can set the price of the food and all that sort of little micromanagement sort of thing, or you can actually get right down and drive the Jeep yourself and go and fix everything manually, or you can get the AI to go off and do it for you. So there's lots of different ways that you can manage the island. So there you go, so Richard's going to repair the hotel.
Currently, Rich,
and it's a lot of fun just to buzz about in the 4x4.
There you go, and we've managed to unlock the research that we needed as well for the mission.
Oh, excellent! So the next step of this mission is going to be actually to get in there with the ranger and heal this sick dinosaur, our Big Dipper.
I have forgotten to add gates.
Okay, we will need gates, otherwise we're not getting to her. Unless you want to stand at the fence and shoot through.
So we need to just clear a path for the ranger team as well, just to make sure they can get in. Here we go.
Looking good.
We'll leave the water there because we can drive through. It's only shallow.
And then the ranger team is one of the 2 operations teams that the park needs.
That building's also on fire.
That building is on fire, Nick. Thank you. I don't know where I've been.
You might want to address that before we move on.
Let's repair the ranger station whilst we're waiting.
There we go.
And you've got a dinosaur with low health now as well, just letting you know.
Thanks.
So the pressure's on. Pressure's on.
Oh, that'll be the
guys.
dinosaur that you're trying to. So if you left the dinosaur if you left Big Dipper for too long, she would pass away.
Yeah, her health would keep going down until she eventually passes away. And the other risk that you run when you leave a diseased dinosaur around is that the disease can spread to other dinosaurs, and you can end up with an epidemic, and that can turn really bad really quickly. So it's in your interest to treat them as quickly as possible.
Excellent. Good to know. Where is she?
There she is.
Looks fine. She looks absolutely fine.
Well, you say that.
Look quite sad.
You can see she's got a bit of a droopy neck and droopy tail. You can see the sickness is taking hold a bit.
You need to medicate the animal.
If you can't hit her with the dart,
I've never been so nervous.
you have to get this right.
No one's watching, Rich. Don't worry about it. There's nobody watching. It's okay.
The bigger dinosaurs take a lot more medication and sedation as well later on than the smaller ones, so she's going to take a few darts.
It also doesn't look like she likes it, so she's trying to hide from you. Is that right?
Yeah, they don't really like the 4x4 and they don't really like the darts, but it's the best thing for them.
We're sorry, Big Dipper.
It's better than Cryptosporidium. Nobody wants that.
No, that's riddled with Cryptosporidium.
Yes. Touch of it.
Nice job. You're doing it, Rich. Look in the chat. Give Rich some credit here. It's a bit of a nudge.
Can you get a bit closer?
Yeah, and it's worth mentioning as well, because remember, not everybody might have seen this before. You are obviously doing this all manually, doing this all by hand.
Yeah, on time. And you can also get the AI to do this. If you're too busy to get there and do that manually, you can add a task and just send the ranger team off to do something like that. You could refill the feeders, medicate dinosaurs, fix buildings and fences. You can set all that to happen with these commands here.
Acknowledged.
There you go.
As you are. So, right, while we're waiting, we've got another Sycometricanthosaurus arrival coming through.
Yes.
Why don't we talk through, say, for example, we wanted to just get a new dinosaur. How would we do that from scratch, basically?
Okay, so the whole loop to create a new dinosaur, it all starts at the Expedition Center. This is where you send out a team to dig sites. Oh, just let Isaac say his bit. And so...
not now, Isaac.
Oh, not now, Isaac. So you send out your dig teams to these various different dig sites. Now, these are all based on real-world dig sites, and the dinosaurs that you find there are based on the real fossils that you'd find there in real life as well. So you'll go there, you'll set out your teams, they're going to dig up some fossils, and they'll bring them back to your park. From there, those fossils go on to the Fossil Center, which is this next screen that we're going to show here. And you can see that you've got different qualities of fossil here that come back. The best quality fossils give you the most amount of dinosaur genome, which is the value you're trying to build up on the right. Now, when you've completed more than 50% of a genome, that's viable to create your own dinosaur at the Hammond Creation Lab. But the more complete your genome, the stronger your dinosaur space stats are going to be, and the more likely to be successful that dinosaur creation process is going to be. Amber is obviously the best thing that you're looking for. You know, that's going to be any fossil any day of the week. You get the best DNA. And if we just have a look at the Hammond Creation Lab, this is where your genome research goes into fruition here, and you can actually incubate your own dinosaurs here. So if we have a look, you'll see a few of the ones that we've got enough of the genome for now.
Should we get the chat to pick who we want to try to create here?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
who would it be
not?
for you?
This is a democracy.
Because, of course, remember to use the hashtag Jurassic World Evolution on Twitter or Instagram to enter into the competition to win that branded Xbox One X. Basically, all you have to do is tell us what your favourite dinosaur is. So, while we're waiting for that to come through from the chat, Nick, what is your favourite dinosaur?
Well, when I was a kid, it was Deinonychus, because it predated the discoveries of the Utah raptor, and it was the one closest to the raptors in the film. Then for a lot of the time, it's been Parasaurolophus, but I recently saw Fallen Kingdom, and I've changed. Now, I'm not going to say what my favourite is now, but because I don't want to spoil the film for anyone. But yeah, Parasaurolophus up until now, but it's changed now.
That's
it's
cool.
Changed.
So yeah, as we can see on the screen, these are kind of the options you've got currently available on this save, because this is a save that Richard created earlier. So obviously we've got the Triceratops, we've got lots of love. We've got something coming in through now.
For the raptor.
Oh, for the raptor.
Yeah,
I
love
think
for
that's
the
a good
raptor
shout.
apparently. Yeah,
And
fair
is this,
enough.
No. I think we should put it in.
This is my lovely herbivore
Yeah,
pen.
put it in the herbivore pen. We could ask the
Yeah,
I think we all know
what
Let's
the
introduce a velociraptor to the
saying.
herbivore and just see what happens.
Okay.
So I'm going to genetically engineer
Well, it depends on the
genomes as well.
herbivores. Yeah, you know, some of them aren't going to want to fight a raptor because they're just too big.
Oh, here we go.
I'm
So this is the mission delivery coming in as well.
Oh, nice. Where are we going to... We haven't built
An enclosure for the
We haven't built an
Mechanicanthosaurus.
enclosure. Do you think you could place down the markers for the Metrocanthosaurus and build an enclosure around it before it gets dropped off?
Okay, try
Do
it.
you have it in you? Do you think we can do it?
Also, but it needs to be a big enough space for it
Needs
to
to be big enough.
Yeah, no, you want to do it outside.
No, this
yeah.
is what I mean. This is why I
You
want
can
Rich
do
to
it,
do
Rich. It'll be
I think he's got it in him.
Okay.
Well, I believe in you.
I'm going to put it there.
Go on.
I just want to throw a bit of chaos into the live stream wherever I can.
This isn't how it
You
went
might
in
want to use,
rehearsals, Nick.
Probably going to want some electric fences because,
Good point, Nick.
yeah, she's.
Oh, there are two types of fences there. You've got the electrified light steel fence and the standard steel fence.
Yeah, those are the two basic ones, but later on you're going to get concrete walls, electric concrete walls, and all sorts of much bigger ones. So you'll research those at the research station and you'll unlock much beefier walls for the bigger dinosaurs later on.
Is this all, have you got power in there?
No, I need to sort the water.
Yeah, you're gonna
Let's get some water in first.
Yeah, you do need to build a power substation to get the electric fence going as well.
And again, so we are doing a little bit of a whistle-stop tour through Jurassic World Evolution here, and we are also at the same time just scratching the surface of what you can do in the game and what's available.
You did it.
There you go, you did it.
Yeah, you believe in
Round
yourself
of
and you can
applause,
build a...
please, in the chat for Rich. I think he's
There we go.
Well done.
There we go.
And look, and she's beautiful as well, which means we have two dinosaurs to name, ladies and gentlemen, in the chat. We have
we
two
need to name the
dinosaurs.
raptor and we need to name the Metricanthrosaurus.
So let's do, first of all, the Metricanthrosaurus, first of all.
Two. Really?
We got two raptors.
We're getting another one on the
No, I
go.
didn't get the first one.
The first one failed.
We had to transport the metric.
Ah,
right,
I
okay.
didn't get her going,
Okay.
so she's incubating now whilst we're doing this.
Let's have a nice close-up look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, she's...
Oh, she gets
she's
a lovely
beauty.
bit of dramatic music as well.
Oh, the audio guys have just done an incredible
Oh, they
job.
really have. They've really brought the feeling of the Jurassic World into this game with the music. It's wonderful.
Because, I mean, you work quite closely as well with Universal, getting a lot of that original audio for the dinosaurs, so we could sort of samples that we could then recreate to use in the game.
That's right. We had a mixture of original audio from the films. We had recipes for some of the original audio, and also a lot of our own bespoke audio as well. So we tried to make sure that each dinosaur has their own unique sound as well as their own look.
All right, we have the name. The name
Okay.
chosen, and
Muldoon.
Our Metricanthrosaurus is
Muldoon.
Muldoon.
All be destroyed.
The honours for us.
Destroyed.
And also, we've got to remember that Muldoon
that's the-
also has cryptosporidium, which we do need to sort out, Rich.
Yeah, Muldoon's got cryptosporidium, which is no good. Oh, if only we could give her the tight socks
Oh.
that pulled all the way up. Everything. Highest socks in Hollywood.
I'm going to get the ranger team
You haven't built a
moving
gate
over.
yet.
You will need a gate.
I need to put a gate.
Yeah.
I know.
Rich, can we rename the gate?
Oh, we can rename
We
the
can
gate.
rename the gate.
Could we ask the chat what we would like to call the gate?
Nick, you have a problem, and I think you should see
It's like-
someone.
It's good. This is good.
All right, so we have two things to name. Still.
Rename everything.
Oh, you are currently the most dangerous thing in the park,
Yeah,
Rich.
yeah. You're a hazard to
Park
everyone
full
in
of
the
dinosaurs.
park. Steady on.
It's just got a different driving model to the car I have at home. It's just takes me a bit of time to get used to.
So the name of the gate is going to be Redgate.
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 Okay, fair enough.
I'm not
yeah.
sure what that's a
Yeah,
reference to.
me too.
Does that seem a bit dangerous to you? Oh,
yeah. Just,
Cold-blooded, Rich. Don't leave that gate open for too long. And when you're in the 4x4, the gates do open automatically for you, but you can open them manually as well if you want to just wreak havoc on your poor guests.
oh, pressure's getting to me.
Yeah, pressure's on.
All right, so we're going to do a bit of
Festival.
a flash giveaway of the game as well, which is going to be good. So whether you're playing on PS4, PC, or Xbox One, you can win a copy of the game right now. What you have to, well, first of all, got to let the music play.
Sorry.
It's the main thing. You can't
Talk over.
can't mess with that, can you?
Basically, what I want you to do. Oh, we'll let her talk. We'll let Dua talk. Sorry.
Bring them back to health. I have the latest lab results. The dinosaurs are cured, disease-free. That's a job well done.
Job well done, Rich. Job well done, Nick.
And she's unlocked another research team for us so that we can actually have two technologies being researched at the same time now. So that's one of the perks for doing work for the science division.
Fantastic. So what I was going to say earlier is if you choose, what we're going to do is we want to rename the raptor. So if you could please choose a name for the raptor, and we're going to pick somebody at random who enters a name in there to win a copy of the game, which will be good. So everybody throw your suggestions in the chats wherever you are, whether that's on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. Yeah, nearly.
Sorry.
Is the raptor ready? Or it's probably
Yeah,
So much.
nearly cooked.
Nearly. So how long do these take? Do these can this change how quick that you can get the dinosaurs out there, or is it something that's
Yes, each dinosaur takes an amount of time to be incubated. What you can do is we have building upgrades. So a lot of the buildings have upgrade options, so you can change some of the key values of that building. So on the Hammond Creation Lab, we can increase the
success rate, or
The
it's
sex rate.
under
or it's this one. Which
Yeah, if you've got the creation of the speed that they get created, then the viability of how likely you are to get a successful one, and the other things. But they all come at a bit of a trade-off.
All the buildings have these upgrade options as well, so there's a lot of things for you to unlock and then add to your buildings to speed up the efficiency of your parks. So our Raptor's ready to go.
Are we ready?
Very nervous.
Let's have a look.
Where is she? Oh, there she is. She's lovely. Terrific. Oh, you got an achievement for that. You got the clever girl achievement.
Excellent.
Well done, Rich. Got the cheese.
So we do have a winner. We've picked a winner, a copy of the game. We have Jacoboy on YouTube. Thank you so much for entering. You've won yourself a copy of Jurassic World Evolution, whichever platform it is that you play on. Just let us know. All you have to do is send us a DM from your account to the account that you're watching it on right now to let us know which copy of the game that you need. So Jacoboy, Jacoboy wants to name the raptor Blue.
If only there was a way to avoid this. Rich. Yeah, we'll call
Only
it
there was a way for us to avoid you putting a raptor in this.
I think it's good. I think it looked like it was slightly overpopulated in there anyway.
Yeah. If anything, we've just restored the balance.
So if you can have a look as well at Blue's stats here as well, we can see that Blue needs another Velociraptor, otherwise she's going to start getting a little bit uncomfortable about where she is. Why is that?
So that the raptors, their ideal social group is a minimum of 2, so they don't like to be alone, they like to work as a group in packs, so you need to make sure there's a second one, otherwise, as you pointed out, her comfort level is starting to drop, so even though she's just eating that Draco Rex, her comfort level in this enclosure is going down, and when it drops below a threshold, she's going to try and escape, trying to satisfy those comfort levels elsewhere, and that's never a good thing. It's better to keep the dinosaurs inside their enclosures, especially the scary ones.
And likewise, if you have too many raptors in the same enclosure, they're going to get a bit twitchy, and they'll start causing trouble and trying to escape and wreaking havoc on everyone.
All right, while you
now we've got
try
a dead Dracorex now.
While you sort that Dendrocorex out, I just want to mention as well that you can win across all the chats. Doesn't matter what chat you're in. We are picking from random across all of the chats. So you can enter whether you're on Mixer, whether you're watching on Twitch, on Facebook, or on YouTube. You can enter wherever you are. We're picking at random across from all of those as well. So yeah, please do keep entering. We've got some more giveaways coming up, so do keep watch out. And also remember that Xbox One X exclusive Jurassic World branded Xbox One X that will be giving away at the end. All you have to do is tell us what your favourite dinosaur is. Tell us on Twitter or on Instagram using the hashtag Jurassic World Evolution. So what did you just do while I was talking?
So I used the ACU team, who are the second operations team in the park that are there to help you manage these facilities. The ACU team are all about tranquilizing the dinosaurs, keeping them under control if anything goes wrong, but they're also there to transport any dinosaurs, so they help move your dinosaurs from one enclosure to another, or if one of them dies, and it does, they do die of old age, they do die a nice way. Okay. They're used to remove them from the parks, because a dead dinosaur will die and get diseased, and then that will becomes a rotting corpse. So
it serves as food for a short while. For a little while, it does some good. they do eat them, but then eventually, they get a bit rotten. And you can also sell your dinosaurs using the transport team as well. So if you end up getting really short on funds and you're a bit desperate, you can flog your dinosaurs.
Ooh,
and sell them.
It's a very capitalist way of
it's pretty cutthroat.
Turning these beautiful animals.
Yeah.
And of course, we haven't really heard much from Ian Malcolm on this level, but we will hear from him in just a moment, especially when we jump into Penna. But Ian Malcolm, well, Jeff Goldblum came along and brought back Ian Malcolm for our game. He kind of acts as that voice of reason, right?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, he's really your conscience throughout the whole game. So obviously he's got a lot of experience in dinosaur parks going a bit wrong, and he uses that experience to sort of give you a few nudges in the right direction along the way, and kind of to warn you about what you're doing. And he also brings a lot of charm and authenticity to the whole game, because everyone's very familiar with Ian Malcolm. Oh, Blue. Why won't you stop?
Another.
Another Dracorex is down. Well, we've got a very unsatisfied raptor in there. Is there a way that you can see at a glance all of the stuff in the park, all the stuff that's going on, sort of everything, how to tell if things are going wrong in there?
Yeah. So one of the views that we've got in the game is this map view, which is like a schematic overview of your park. It makes it a bit easier to see the dinosaurs amongst the trees and the foliage if they're hiding away, and then you can hover over them to see their statistics.
That Nedry's Bane.
So that
we already had Nedry's Bane.
That was our dinosaurs. That was our.
Yeah, she's ready
Nice.
to go.
But then it makes it a lot easier then for you to see, how your facilities are working, whether you've got enough power in your parks and everything.
And from this view, you can also list every item in your park down the side here. So if you're trying to find a particular item, see, this is why I like to rename everything, because it means you can find it quickly in this view. If you're trying to find a very particular thing that you've set up, you can find Muldoon, for instance.
There's Muldoon.
How's she
Just
getting
chilling.
on? What's her stats?
Muldoon's fine.
Oh, she's
Look at
fine.
that. Perfect.
She's fine, yeah, 100%.
You're accidentally an excellent
Offences growth, and who's done that?
Oh, Blue's out.
Blue?
Okay, that's not good.
She's such a
Crowds aren't going to
troublemaker.
react very well to that thing. So you need to, let's sort this out. Let's try and sort this out quick.
So first things first, when this happens, best thing to do is tranquilise the escaped dinosaur.
And then before she kills Tomb,
She is chowing down on one of our guests already.
All right. So, are you going to try to do this manually, Rich, or?
No, Rich.
We'll do it.
Good luck.
Everyone's doing a runner. Oh dear. I think it's too late for this guy.
That's good. No, you got it. I think you got it.
Get him.
I think-
No.
Oh, you couldn't save him.
There you go. And then she's going to fall asleep. Oh, look at that beautiful scene. How cute.
Sort of morbidly lovely.
Blue's getting comfortable.
I think he's fallen asleep with his head in her mouth.
Nice. All right, so then now, of course, you have to then ship her back in. As soon as you ship her back in, she's going to wake up straight away. Why don't you put her in with...
I think she would be happier with the other, with the other carnivore.
Okay.
I think we're going to put it with the Metrocanthosaurus.
Yeah.
I think put her in with the Dilophosaurus. Oh, it's too late now.
No, I think she'd be happier with the other.
she needs
one.
at least-
I think she's less likely to compete with them.
Well, she still needs another raptor, so fundamentally she's still not happy with her. Her happiness would still start to drop.
And until she's happy, she'll just have an unquenchable bloodlust.
Is there any way? Is there any way that I could mix Blue in with various different species to sort of create maybe a sort of the perfect dinosaur, if you know what I mean?
So I'm going to build another raptor whilst we're.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, we can talk you through that.
So inside the genome library of the Hammond Creation Labs, we have the genome editor, which allows you to edit the amount of genome in each dinosaur. So this is linked to how much percentage of the original DNA you have. So as you get past that 50% threshold and you're okay to build one, you get access to new gene slots as you get closer to 100%. So when we can't edit the genome in this slot until we have 85% raptor. So we need to keep doing expeditions and extracting those fossils to extract that genome. So I'm going to alter the. I'm going to make her.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, well done.
Did a contract.
100 grand.
Even though multiple people just died by raptor.
Yeah, that's
because-
a different.
I think it's because the death
different thing.
stopped.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's under control.
The death stopped, and they were like, "Great, we'll give you some money."
I think that
Stop
contract
the
was for
death.
dino welfare, so, and they were happy.
So each gene slot, you mix in real-world animal DNA, like you can put in shark or lizard or.
What could go wrong mixing shark DNA with a raptor?
Sounds good.
The shark DNA is very useful because it's good for their immune system. So
Yeah,
you're
it
not
is.
mixing in the DNA of a shark that makes it terrifying because they are.
They're much
you mix-
less susceptible to disease.
Exactly. So this was increasing the resilience of these raptors. So this raptor would make, if the disease does get out, then this raptor would be less likely to catch that disease. So it gives you a bit longer to deal with. And you can alter the attack, the defense, or the lifespan of your dinosaurs as well. So it's more efficient for you as a park manager to build animals that live longer because they do cost a lot. Science is expensive. And it also increases the rating of the dinosaur. So it makes them more appealing to guests because you're modifying the genome. It makes it more attractive.
Very cool.
So I'm going to have another raptor on the go.
By the way,
this
I
time-
think Big Dipper is sick again. I might want to check on her. I think she's picked something up.
Oh, big dip.
Oh, she's got Campylobacter this time.
Oh, big dip.
It doesn't sound nice. I don't know what it is. But
Whatever it is, it doesn't sound
I
good.
find my ranger teams and
provided we have the, do we have the right cure for that? Have we researched that?
Let's check it out, find out.
this is always The problem with these parks is that something might go wrong at any moment, so you need to be prepared to make sure you can deal with that.
Yeah, the fence is broken
fence
again.
has been broken as well.
It's worth mentioning that this is earlier on in the game as well, so
Request
things are sort of a little calmer on this island on Weta. Even though it is called the Isle of Death, it is still ever so slightly
Oh, Muldoon's out.
Oh no, Muldoon's not out.
Muldoon's not happy with the
because
Ankylosaurus as well.
Because blue broke through, and then
Okay.
Oh, they've broken back into the herbivore enclosure.
that's right. Yeah.
I feel like I spoke too soon
Dear.
when I... You're causing some panic here.
Okay, so I'm the Ranger team on this fence. Is that one?
So you got to keep a lot of plates spinning all of the time.
Repair approved. Reporting.
Hopefully the players at home will be a little bit more sensible than us and keep the dinosaurs a bit more separate. Oh, our raptor failed, unfortunately.
Well, okay, so I think this is probably a good time as any to move on, because we are going to be going on to, I was going to say, a slightly more chaotic section of the live stream.
Even more chaotic.
Is La Pena, but yes, it's going to be even more this time now, because Rich, but well done, Rich. I mean, you are the first person to ever play Jurassic World Evolution on a live stream. How do you feel about that?
I feel that I should have been a lot better.
No,
Okay,
you're
these
absolutely
dinosaurs-
right. No, seriously, you were really,
No,
really
it's
great.
it's great.
It's
just
good.
always go wrong.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
hard.
So in just a minute we will be going over to Isla Pena to check that out and see a very different looking level, sort of a moodier feel to it, a little bit darker from later on in the game. So we'll set that up in just a second. But first of all, let's talk about E3 a little bit, because I want to bring people to E3. If you're at home and you're not able to make it for whatever reason, I wanted to sort of talk through the experience that we've got at our booth. And we are going to have pictures of this as well. We don't have them right now, but if you check out our social media channels, so I think it's twitter.com/JW_evolution, we're going to be showing and sharing pictures and hopefully some video as well from our booth over the next week. But it's pretty incredible.
Oh, it really is.
We saw it earlier today. I don't know. I was just my mind was just blown.
I couldn't believe it.
gobsmacked.
Got the Jurassic
I
World-
absolutely couldn't
got the
believe it.
Jurassic
It
World
was-
gates.
Yes, we
It's
have.
just incredible.
And you get to walk through the gates, and they're there with whole. And I never thought in a million years I was going to see anything like that at E3. It was absolutely
Amazing.
incredible. And the theming is wonderful. It's, we've got the original Jeep out the front, with the
We've
hood
got two
post.
Jeeps.
Yeah, we have. We got one at the entrance and one actually at the.
We have
thing
this
as well.
experience whereby, and if you are at E3, please do come down and say hello and find us, because we will be at the booth. But we have this experience where you walk into the pen, you have the raptors then, and the fences have all been torn down and broken up, and then you walk through the queue, and then you have an experience where somebody from InGen, I think it is, talks you through the experience that you're about to have when playing the game, and then you go into the actual pen itself, and it has broken down walls, and it's just I know I'm
walking
making
into a
people feel
scene.
jealous by saying it, but it does feel like you're walking into a scene. It's just
That's walking into the game, isn't it? Is that
Yeah.
how I feel? Yeah.
so look out for some photos that we're going to share as well. So at the end of last year, we had the chance, I was very, very lucky, and got the chance to interview Jeff Goldblum himself, and I think we're going to show that in just a moment. We're going to talk about how it was to work with Jeff Goldblum, how it was to work with Universal, but why don't we check out that interview right now. Hello everybody, and thank you for watching. My name's Ed, and I'm here with Bo. We're part of the community team here at Frontier Developments, and today, well, we're very lucky to be joined by the one and only Jeff Goldblum. Jeff, thank you so much for coming along.
So much, Edward and Bo. Hello. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
So how does it feel to bring Ian Malcolm back to life?
I haven't. It's been how long ago did I do that the first, those first couple of movies?
Yeah.
Quite a while ago. I loved doing the first couple, and they were so much enjoyed. It's been these couple of decades. People have been excited to tell me about how much they liked it. So I was nothing but bushy-tailed and thrilled to come back and do some more.
So how does it feel to be part of a video game?
I love the idea. Jeez, what a responsibility. I went to a lovely recording studio and I recorded stuff that's going to be in the game. My character has some credibility, so if I'm offering a word of advice, consider that it comes from experience. It was really a revisiting of that character for me.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it no end. And I have high hopes for this game, and I can't wait to see the whole thing.
We're going to go through some of the scenarios. These are things that our players of Jurassic World Evolution are going to encounter in the game.
Yes, ma'am.
And we want to know, how would Jeff Goldblum act when these things happen?
I love scenarios.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank
I
you.
love the scenario game.
You're on the island. A tornado is approaching. There's guests and a hotel behind you. What do you do?
Help the guests. Help the guests. You know, I have some experience with this.
Do you? Oh, no.
Did you know? Maybe you're trying to, maybe you know, or maybe you don't know. You know, during the first Jurassic Park, come week and a half, you know, almost to the end of the shoot, a hurricane, a big hurricane named Aniki was maybe coming. As you know, these things happen. Is it coming? Is it coming? Yes, it is. And it came. I had never been in a thing like that in my life. And we were all staying in a hotel.
Wow.
And they had a meeting with us picture people, us company, the company, and said, here's what's going to happen. And we're shutting down for a bit. And we're all going to meet in this hotel. And they kept us all safe. And when we went into a kind of a basement in the hotel where it was safe, and we'd arranged chaise lounges, you know, from the pool area to sleep on maybe through the night, and which we did. It was something to see, and you know, 4 people on the island lost their lives during that.
God. Okay.
It's a horrible, tragic thing. So in this made-up scenario, which I have a little experience with, yes, I would help the dear guests. I would say, I know what to do. Let's get everybody. Let's find out when the last moment is. Let's err on the side of caution and get in sooner than later. Batten down the hatches, as we say, and get ourselves some food, because it may be a while. Do all that stuff, all that survival stuff.
We didn't expect actual real tips for how to survive a hurricane when we started this up, but thank
How
you.
about that for a Cracker Jack story?
I know, that's
full-
really
I got a million
impressive.
of them.
We do have another scenario for you. And it's a bit of a sad one again.
What?
Yes,
Oh,
well,
no.
dinosaurs can get sick. And what would you do if the disease was spreading? How would you stop this from spreading any further?
This takes veterinarian knowledge.
I suppose you could.
Well,
probably
that's what I
find-
do.
Yeah.
I'm thinking out loud myself into the answer. It's Jeff Goldblum, I would say, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Who can I call?
Yeah.
Best
You think you have to pick up the phone?
Yeah, sorry, hello.
veterinarian near you.
Oh.
Hello.
Hi.
Who is this? Have I reached Dr.
Dr.
Lewis?
Yes, that's correct, Dr. Lewis.
Edward, gee, I've got
Hi.
a bunch of sick dinosaurs
Okay.
on my hands.
Sure.
Where are you? Can you come over
I'm
and see them make a
in
house?
I'm in Manchester, England right now.
I'm on an island off of Costa Rica. Dr. Lewis, the symptoms, and he's hung up on me.
The connection's gone. I'm sorry.
Just hung up.
Yeah, the connection was lost. There's a storm, an electrical storm coming in, and now you've got no electricity.
Adding new extempore.
I'm sorry, I'm adding extra
elements
things
to this
in here that
scenario.
happen. We're actually going to show you now some of the dinosaurs from our game. So these are dinosaurs that feature in Jurassic World Evolution. And we're going to ask you to come up with some names and characteristics for these dinosaurs.
Okay.
And then we'll reveal the real name of the dinosaur and see how close you got.
We're going to see a little lineup, a little cast.
Here is dinosaur
Parade.
number 1.
Brownosaurus. It's brown, but
What sort of characteristics do you feel the Brownosaurus would have?
well, this one would be quite friendly. I don't see any teeth there, any big teeth. Or are those big teeth that I'm not seeing, or is that a big whitish lip? He's got like that lipstick on that they used to wear in the 60s.
Edmontosaurus. This is the Edmontosaurus.
After you?
After me,
Yeah,
this is, I
after-
believe
yeah.
so.
It's the abode of Rhesosaurus?
There
Probably,
should be,
somewhere
but no.
here.
Really? That's
Believe it
the
or not, it's not named after
Edmontosaurus
me.
Version of Dino.
And actually, we do have information about what its call would be. So, do you think you can imagine what kind of call this dinosaur would make?
How right am I? You have something?
Yeah, it's a goose-like honk.
Honk, honk,
Very good.
honk.
We have the dinosaur number 2.
We've got a second one. You ready?
Well, that looks like our friend the Triceratops almost, doesn't it? So this is a little elephantine, and so I would call this saggy baggy dinosaur.
Saggy
Saggy baggy
baggy.
dinosaur.
Yeah.
That's
Saggy
so
baggy
cute.
So tell me about this.
So the
yes.
Torosaurus, highly social because of the horns. They had to be treated with care because they were actually quite defensive over their families.
All right,
Toro,
got
Toro.
Another one.
Toro. Well,
guy?
he looks playful. He looks like he's in the process of making a sound of some kind. Something like that. Look at that lovely long throat, and that lovely, little feather in his cap. Looks awful nice. He looks entirely delightful. I call him Sweet Sue. Sweet Suosaurus.
Oh,
Sweet Suosaurus. So actually, the Syntosaurus has a characteristic duck bill.
Yes.
Can you give us your best duck face? That's very good. That's very good.
This is a wonderful set, by the way.
Yeah.
And look
nice.
at the props. Look at this. Look at this article. You see what this? Oh, I know why you put this. I thought it was particularly sort of low rent. Oh,
Yeah, can we do that? Can we do a cast everything?
People come up to me
on,
at
let's just
the jazz gig. Come here, Bo. They do say this. They go, Dr. Ellie Sattler, and I do videos. Sometimes where I go, yes. They say, will you do this with me? I go, sure, I'll do it. I'm nothing if not amenable. And I go, well, Miss here, Dr. Sattler, or in this case, Bo DeVries, just put it like that because I'm going to show you. Where do you think it's going to go? You think so, really? Well,
It just stays on top.
It just isn't that interesting that it's staying there? Who could have thought that? Well, has something to do with chaos there. I'm redoing my scene. I don't really know how it goes now, but something like that. Did you get anything out of that?
Yeah.
You were very good.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much, Jeff, for coming along today.
Well, I can't thank you enough, Edward and Bo. This has been delightful. Thank you for sharing your lovely community with me. I can't.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much.
You're so sweet.
Well, we can't.
Thank you, Bo.
We can't wait to see you in the game as well.
I can't wait to see how it all turns out and see if you like it. I'm so happy to do this.
The lovely Jeff Goldblum there, absolute legend. Yes. And I've never seen that interview before. That's the first time I've watched that interview. And it was good fun. It was amazing to meet him. It's worth mentioning that he came in with a piece of paper with everybody in the crew's name written on it. Yeah. And he memorized everyone's name. He'd go, so who are you? And you'd go, oh, I'm Edward Lewis. And he'd look through the piece of paper and he'd go, oh, Edward Lewis, so what do you do? And then he would tick off your name and then he would learn everyone's name. And at the end, he would be so interested in what everyone did and why they did it, and he was just the nicest guy to work. I mean, you worked with him you got to direct him essentially. We did
I did the voiceover sessions with him. It was great. He just feels that character, and he takes the script and he just makes it so much better.
So he was playing with it. He was doing his own. He was adding his own thing. We didn't really see much in the previous section from Ian Malcolm's character, but he is all the way throughout the game. Right?
He is. Yeah, he narrates all of the islands, and he chips in from time to time all the way through. So he's a constant presence in the game.
Constant presence in the game, and it was also like working with Universal as well. I know that you guys would often go to them and say. It wasn't a case of they saying, right, no, you have to do this right. We went to them and said, we want to make sure that we get this right because, this game is for Jurassic fans, and it's made by Jurassic fans as well. So we wanted to make sure we got it just completely dead on right for those guys. So what was that kind of experience like?
Well, authenticity was incredibly important to us. There's so many people with such an investment in the Jurassic lore and with the Jurassic franchise that we had to make sure we were getting it all right. So we had this brilliant partnership with Universal where we would send them models, send them animations, send them all various artworks and sounds, and make sure that they were giving everything the thumbs up before we put it in the game, and make sure that everything was true to the films and true to the franchise.
That's awesome. And part of that was getting Jeff involved as well. Like, we wanted this to be an authentic Jurassic experience, and Dr. Ian Malcolm is one of the most iconic Jurassic characters.
Very important part.
Yeah, it's a very important part to get in the game.
Yeah, it's awesome to have him in there. So we've got another copy of the game to give away right now. So in the chat, this one's going to be in the chat. So we need hashtag Life Finds a Way. Nice and simple. Whatever chat that you're in, we're going to pick one at random across all of the 4 chats that we're going live to today. So hashtag Life Finds a Way. Nice and simple. Put that in the chat, and we're picking somebody at random to win a copy of Jurassic World Evolution, regardless of what platform you play on, which would be nice. So while we're waiting for those to come in, and we're waiting for the winner to be chosen, why don't we jump into our next segment of the gameplay?
Okay.
So where are we going to? Is it
Rich is going to hand me the pad now. I'm going to take the pad and go into one of the harder levels in the game on Isla Pina. So here we go.
So,
Isla Pena is the
Isla Pena.
Isla Pena. Sorry, I said Isla. I got the wrong one.
Yeah, I'm sorry about any wrong pronunciations that we do tonight. Okay, we can't get them perfect every single time. We're trying our best.
We try.
All right, so Isla Pena. Well, immediately a much moodier looking, darker environment, and you're getting a storm.
And a storm has
worth
immediately started
that
on
we
this
didn't
island.
know yeah, that this is going to happen.
So Isla Pena is the
Good.
fourth island of the 5 deaths, and
We
it's,
have ourselves a
my-
tornado.
it's one that has a
Right.
very small playable area, so the player has to be quite efficient in how they're building, and it also gets twisters. So every now and then, the tornadoes will come through your park and really shake things up. So you
Taken
need to
out
make
a
sure
fence
that
already.
This has happened. I'm really thrilled this is happening right now.
we've built these systemic games. We're not quite sure what's going to happen, and on Pena, you kind of tornadoes will come in, and you never know when. So
Right, is that going to affect your driving ability as well?
It's not helping my driving ability.
Is
so
the lighting also, because it's worth mentioning we are outdoors here, so the
Yes,
slightly
it
darker
is.
level is slightly more difficult.
yeah,
to see.
visibility's not amazing, but I can drive this. We're going to be fine. I'm going to get that fence fixed if I don't get sucked up by a tornado and if I don't kill anyone in my 4x4. Okay, so I'm going to pop in through the fence here. I'm going to try and fix as much of that
Because you
broken
already do
fence
have
as I can before everyone
dinosaurs
gets
on
out.
the loose already.
Oh, okay.
Is that a good idea?
Oh, I'm caught in the tornado. I can't drive.
You'll be absolutely fine.
Oh,
This all looks great. It's all going very well so far, Nick.
all right. Okay, I'm just gonna. I tell you what, I'm gonna let the AI take control of this. I'm gonna get a second team involved while that tornado just smashes everything up. I'm gonna get them
Only
up
two
over there.
dinosaurs already.
3 dinosaurs.
Three of
Only
them are
2
now
dinosaurs. You wouldn't be saying that
So you
if,
can have
if that dinosaur
multiple
was-
ranger teams doing different things around your park, and you can then get hands on if you find yourself much quicker than them as well. So there's the game.
Oh, so
That's
hi.
the worst one.
Oh,
our
hey.
T-Rex is out, and she
Rexy.
is a danger to guests, as you might imagine.
And she's
Right.
hungry.
So first thing I need to do is get my ACU helicopter involved and get her tranquilized. And I believe we've got another one that's escaped, which is our. Who's this?
I think they're Dionychuses.
Is there Deinonychus down there?
Oh, yeah. Oh, lovely. Scream-
Yeah, screaming,
people
someone's
hiding
getting
in
eaten down there.
corners, not, it's
Follow the
Oh.
screams, Nick. That's always
Yeah, follow screams.
good-
This
good
isn't going to go
advice.
well. There's actually another one. Who's escaped,
But
right?
luckily,
Let's
I
get
was just
this.
about to say, luckily your power seems to be on still, which is.
I've managed to keep my power, which is good because when those big tornadoes come in, if they take out your power supply, everything really goes downhill from them because then you lose the ability to send out your ACU teams
And that's,
and
we
things.
saw that from the first
Turn
film in the
pretty nasty.
franchise, that as soon as the power goes down,
That's
the
when
bad
all your
stuff.
security goes
So
down.
we-
Oh, there we
quite
go.
lucky
We've got a
though.
Deinonychus hiding down here. Gonna get them on the list.
So you're setting this all to do this manually while you try to manage the other things.
Right, although I might get in the helicopter and let's see where the helicopter
go.
is. See if I can do this manually
Good luck
because I
Good
just
luck,
fancy a go.
again.
it's a lot easier now the storm's finished as well. So
Yeah, if the storm's
helicopter's
going,
not
the helicopter's
buffered.
a bit tricky to fly.
Where is she?
There she is. Just oh no.
That's not. That's.
Oh no, I think the AI might have actually already tranquilized
right.
her and it just kicked in. So I'll head off this way, off in my merry helicopter.
And yeah, so if you are just tuning in for the first time, yes, you can fly the helicopters yourselves.
Yes, you can. You can
Which is
fly the
kinda
helicopters
cool.
yourselves. You can fly the 4x4 yourself. You can
Fly the 4x4.
fly the 4x4 if you're that way inclined.
If you use the train tools to create a hill, you can kind of drive it over that.
Oh yeah. That's nice save, Ed.
That was one of the key things that we wanted. The game is a management game, but we wanted to get as up close and personal with these dinosaurs as well. And it's very satisfying to
Yeah.
deal with the chaos caused by the dinosaurs yourself.
There she is.
Nick.
Good luck, Nick.
You're
Right,
too late
okay.
with that. Too late for that one.
What a
Nick.
shot. Oh,
Just wait till you. Yes.
I can't.
Patience.
I'm panicking.
Air
I'm
Trigger
panicking.
Rogers,
On.
that's what they call him.
Okay, your money is also falling, I've noticed, and also your rating, the park rating, has dropped to half a
I
star.
can't see why.
Yeah.
It's
So I think she's asleep now.
Oh,
so I think
must
it's
say,
fine.
I'm very, very sorry. I should have ended this competition ages ago. Stop the competition right now, because apparently the chat is still going mad with the hashtag. Do apologise. So the winner is on Twitch, WhisperKid. So WhisperKid on Twitch, get in touch with us. You send us a DM from your account to the account that you're watching. The reason why you've got to do that is so that we can verify it's you, then we can get your details and use it just for sending out the competition prize to you.
You've done well.
So 7 those over. Yeah, but
They're
Nick's
good.
done really well. The money
I think
is
I've cleaned
still
this place
dropping.
up.
Yeah, but if you look at your money now,
We have got a broken building. If I pop to the schematic view, I can see I've still got a broken fence over here, which I should probably sort out.
where did you put your? Did you put the
Where did you put the dinosaurs?
back in the right place?
I have not given enough thought to where I put the dinosaurs back.
You just wanted to put them back in a place.
You just
I
not
put
the
them
right
back into
place.
the nearest enclosure, and I now realise that could have been an error on my part.
But it does have a beautiful look, this island as well. And does
It's
every
lovely.
does
It
every
takes
one of the
place
islands
in
have a sort of different look and a different feel to it, a different challenge as well? Well, talk through what the challenges are.
Each island has a different setting, as it were, just to make them all feel different and unique. And they have different playable areas, and you say they all have different challenges. Some have, like Pena has tornadoes that might happen now and then. Some of them have higher power output, so power outages. So your power stations might get on the fritz a bit more often. One of them is built around a failed facility. So on that island, Tacaño, you don't have any money to start with.
Can you name all of the islands?
You can't, unfortunately.
Can you name all the islands as well?
No.
Oh, can
No,
Rich?
as in you personally
do it.
right now.
Oh,
Can you
me?
name all-
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. Do the quiz.
Matanceros, Muerta, Tacaño, Pena, Sauna, and Isla Nublar.
Very good.
Thanks.
Thanks.
I just shut my eyes. I had to go to the inner place then. It's good.
It's good stuff. Well played. So Whisper Kid, make sure you message us so you can claim your prize.
I've made a terrible mistake.
Where did you put
Where's
it?
all your money gone?
I have put
Oh, you put it in
my
there.
T-Rex in with the herbivores.
It seems, you seem like the chaotic element to this live stream.
It
I'm
seems to
not
be,
sure
yeah,
that
I'm not
actually-
really
I think it's
helping.
more dangerous
I
than a
don't
tornado.
We're losing money fast, so I'm just going to check the finance screen and see where I'm losing my money, and it is going into guest injury lawsuits, which is costing me $500,000 at the moment.
minute.
Yeah.
Which is, a casual amount of money to lose per minute.
I think I'm in some trouble. The recent death toll is scaring your guests.
Oh well.
Says you.
The island rating is a measure of how much money you're going to get per level. Nick, if you don't mind, just having a look at the island rating for us.
Oh yes, certainly. Yeah, pop back to here.
So the island rating is the measurement
For
of their
safety.
The dinosaur rating, which is how much your guests appreciate your dinosaurs, so making sure there's a lot of dinosaurs.
Catastrophic guest injuries.
Nick.
Make sure that their welfare's fine and there's lots of variety. And as we
But they're satisfied.
They're satisfied. They've got enough to eat.
in the facility rating, it's made up of safety and how satisfied if there's enough space, if there's enough hotels, or if there's enough food or drinks around for them as well. So both of those ratings feed back into the island rating, which dictates how many guests your parks get. So it's to be like a travel rating, as you were, and then that will dictate how much money you make per minute. So Nick has a sick Taurosaurus.
She's got rabies.
She has rabies.
Oh dear.
So her health, and then
She's got rabies. That's going to make her a bit more. Oh,
I think it's time for
And
us
the
to-
T-Rex is
well,
out. I think the T-Rex is trying
with
to.
this being the first T-Rex that we've shown on a live stream as well, I do think that it's time for us to, well, you know what it is, rename Rexy.
Oh, let's rename Rexy.
And so
Okay.
what do you think? What should we go for?
She is,
in the chat, let
a
us know
bit
what you think.
free
she should be
at
called.
the moment.
do you want to see if we get it under control?
Let's get one on the. If the chat can let us know what they want us to rename the
I'm sure we'll
Rexy,
get,
that would be
get it in
great.
just a moment.
And while they're doing that, I'm just going to repair this fence and. Oh, look! You can see the sickness is spreading. See, I'm in real trouble here because I can't actually afford to fix anything.
So you're at minus 864,000.
Yep, and
Is this
fast.
the
So the
sort of
recent
many
death
fast.
is really affecting his money per minute. So it's
MPMs.
exactly.
MPMs have gone.
Your T.
Oh,
Oh dear!
But-
oh dear!
she is really happy, so
Yeah,
that is.
she's really
that's
enjoying
good.
her environment.
The key bit
right
is the
now.
danger to guests bit, which is
Yeah.
why she's probably pretty happy.
Her health, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh
So
dear!
I think
You can
may
see
have
that-
found a.
Oh
Oh, that roar!
Yeah.
That roar! Oh,
Oh, no.
oh dear! I'm now 1 million in a hole now. I actually don't think I can recover from this. I've made
Oh.
a series of catastrophic errors.
This is good, but it could always be better
I
considering his
can't-
contract.
It could always, I mean, he's ever the optimist, but
Yeah, he's very
I think he needs a healthy
optimistic.
dose of
Have we got a
realism.
name for
So
us?
apparently
It's got a name.
Rexy by a long
Oh,
way.
Rexy,
was
oh, okay
chosen.
then.
So let's
Yeah,
rename
it's-
Rexy
it's
and then
fairly
maybe have a
classic.
look at what we could have done differently.
I'm
Stop
gonna
beating
let her.
people, Rexy.
She can just stop
Stop it.
beating people
Oh.
for 1 minute.
You need to stop roaring at people and eating them.
Oh, Rexy,
we go.
cut it
Oh,
out.
Rexy.
Yeah.
Oh,
And by the way,
Rexy.
that building, whatever that is next to there, is also on fire. Just so you.
It's just a fire.
Right.
It's a restaurant on fire.
So let's
Tell you what, I'm gonna
restart.
restart the island
And then maybe talk.
let's
through
do
what
this a
could have
little bit
been done
differently because that was
I think it's a good showcase. No, I think you've accidentally given us a good showcase of how you can do things better.
That's good, thank you. You're my spin doctor. Tonight. You're really helping.
Right. All right, I think we've got a nice intro here as well of the island. It also shows off the nice. Here we go. Well, let's have a listen.
Nothing about this island feels right. And my instincts are usually pretty accurate when it comes to issues regarding the dinosaurs. So much of what happens on the islands is a secret. By necessity, yes, but this just feels like something else. Too cramped, too isolated. It's as if somebody is gathering up all the materials for a disaster. Tread carefully.
I'm not sure what they were up to on this island, but it certainly doesn't scream tourist attraction to me. You're gonna have your work cut out for you here. Restricted building space and high power upkeep will see to that. I'd recommend investing in some big-ticket dinosaurs.
Okay.
But they don't come without complications of their own.
You can't confine nature this way, because nature adapts. It searches for weaknesses, it finds them, and exploits them, not sometimes, all times. This island is worlds away from Hammond's dinosaur paradise. And if things go wrong here, worlds away is the best place to be.
So I didn't feel like we could interrupt.
No, you can't talk over.
And the Malcolm.
I felt the Restart Island is one of the very useful things.
Very useful tool because for you that Nick's done.
Yeah, once you've learn how an island works, you can learn from your mistakes and do things better the second time.
Okay.
And that's why one of the best things about failing is learning what to do better the next time.
That's good. It's never a problem. It's a solution opportunity.
Solution opportunity.
That's what
production at
Is that
right? Is that true?
It's the motto.
Oh, okay.
We have it in Latin.
Stop giving away our secrets. All right, so what are you doing here? What is this? What are you placing here to stop things going as poorly as they did previously? Basically?
I'm going to pop down a storm defense station, so anything within radius of this building is going to be less affected if a storm comes in, so it's less likely to get damaged. And the reason I placed it here is that it's right next to our power station, so we know that if a storm comes in, at the very least, our power is protected. I'm going to pop a few more around other critical places in the island. And see, this one isn't quite as built up as the save we had earlier, so the first thing I've done is send out an expedition to get some Metrocanthosaurus DNA, because I feel like that would be a nice big-ticket dinosaur. We've also got no ACU and no ranger station, so I'm going to get those key things in places. I've immediately run out of power, which will be the high power upkeep, which I'm sure they're talking about.
Down by storm defense.
And I forgot to put a substation down by the storm defense.
Can we take a look at the map as well after you've placed this as well?
Yes, absolutely.
It does show off. Oh, and this is interesting as well. I don't think we really talked through because you were trying to do it quite quickly earlier on. But the power system in the game as well. And actually, we haven't even looked at the glance management views too. There's still quite a bit to cover.
That's stretchy. Yeah, we've only.
Yeah, but you can see. Look how much tight space you've got here as well to deal with on this island.
Yeah, you've got these very tight areas, these narrow corridors.
Yeah.
With these areas here, so you're going to have to spend your space very wisely in this game.
Finding dinosaurs that can work well in small enclosures but have lots of them at the same time. That's my top tip for this one.
Top tip number two.
You still got to bring people to the parks. You still want a decent dinosaur variety, but yeah, they're not all going to be happy with being cooped up.
Excellent stuff.
But you've got to have an ACU sensor because it's just irresponsible to not have any way of stopping the dinosaurs if they get out.
We've seen that you definitely need an ACU team on hand at every opportunity.
And as people know, I play responsibly at all times.
Always play responsibly.
Always play responsibly.
Or create chaos, it's up to you.
I'm going to put down a large substation here because I've decided that I want this to be a hub of some of my main buildings. So if I put down a large substation, I've got
expensive.
A nice big area. So I've got a fair bit of cash to play with at the start of this level, though. So
you think that?
I think that, but it will disappear quickly.
Currently, you've got
once the lawsuits start rolling in,
come all the way to Costa Rica to see a lovely power station.
Yeah.
Currently, you've got no dinosaurs being made.
That is a very good point. Come to Costa Rica, see the great power station.
It's a very fancy power station.
So what have we got here? Ooh. So he said big ticket dinosaurs. I'm going to be building some. I'm going to be going mostly carnivores in this one, so I'm thinking I'm going to build a Ceratosaurus, so I've got something to put my Metrocanthosaurus in with later on, so I'm going to build one of her. She costs nearly £1 million, so sorry, $1 million.
Yeah, not quite.
Quick.
Can we get Casmosaurus? No, wait, that'd be a bad.
Oh, that would be a very bad. And I think a Dilophosaurus might be nice to go in there as well.
Cool.
I think they'll be fairly happy together.
No.
No, I think they will.
Okay.
I think they will.
Nick,
I'm no
from
expert.
watching you play this game for the last hour or so.
This
Never
is
trust.
So you've got no power to that building. Is that?
I
you
think
didn't hook
that
up the station?
well, one thing you can do is if you pop over a building, you can see what there. So that needs 3 power, and if I go to my power station, I should be able to see how much power I've actually got in my grid. If I pop over here, sorry, wrong one.
Okay, there.
So yeah, so I've only got 1 unused power at the moment, which means I don't actually have enough power to power that station at the moment. So I'm going to have to upgrade my power station.
Yeah. You can either build a brand new power station, or more of them, and connect them to your power network, or you can use the upgrades to kind of get more output out of those power stations.
Yeah, I don't want to spend too much at the moment, so I'm going to improve the output with these 2 expansions. The only downside of that is that it does increase the chance of your power station breaking and you lose power completely. No, just in general. It could just overpower it, and you could just suddenly get a power cut.
So
and
what
it
are
will
the
last a
sort of
couple of minutes.
disasters that can happen that cause troubles for you on the island? Is it just the
There's storms, there's sabotage. So if your division reputation with one division is too high, there's a chance that the other divisions might sabotage your park, lashing out at you, as it were. Someone opening the gates, someone to turn off.
Opening the gates.
Someone opening all of your gates.
All right.
At the
all
same
at once.
time. All of them.
You're smiling. You're enjoying it. You're
I
enjoying the contact.
I think that's fun when that happens. It's
It's you think you're prepared until someone opens up all of your gates. It's when you this is why you use the onion layer technique of having multiple fences and multiple gates. That's my other top tip.
I just talk about like where I'm.
Top tip number 3.
That's number 3.
I'm actually placing some feeders down. I've got some live bait feeders, which is going to fill this enclosure up with these beautiful goats. But actually, I'm going to pop a carnivore feeder right here, right in front of the viewing gallery here, because you'll see that all of the viewing stations have this like cone of interest, and you want to try and attract your dinosaurs into this area. So I tend to put feeders and water in these areas because it brings the dinosaurs in there, and then your dinosaurs, your guests are happier that they can see what's going in. Because I'm also going to build a tower if we've got one unlocked as well. Yeah, there we go. Or I might build a little gyrosphere.
Oh, we could. Well, I think we'll probably touch on that during the.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's fair enough. Yeah. Ooh, so I've probably annoyed everyone now. I think they'll probably go, show us the gyrosphere. That's fine, we'll do it later.
No, visibility with dinosaurs is a key thing. Again, from the first film, you want to make sure there's dinosaurs on your dinosaur.
Yeah, so dinosaurs.
That's
what people are here for.
So you need to make sure that your guests can see them. So as Nick's tip of keeping your feeders and your water bodies near your viewing galleries and viewing platforms is a good idea.
You can also see some parrots. Do you want to see some parrots? I can make
when you...
Oh, not by doing that.
When you deforest, do some deforestation.
When you do some deforestation every now and then.
It just sends up the parakeets into the air.
Go on, deforest the whole line and get no macaws. Come on. I've made a terrible error.
Really proud of as well.
Oh yeah. Here they go. Da, 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 da.
Alright, so
she's flying towards the camera.
Where were we?
Glorious. Oh, why am I'm losing money? I'm losing money again. I think it's because I've invested so much.
Dinosaurs.
It's because I don't have any dinosaurs. I'm losing money because I've not released any dinosaurs into my park.
There you go.
I've got one ready, thank goodness. I've got a Dilophosaurus which is ready to come out. Here she comes. Should we watch the little cinematic for her? These all have bespoke music for every cinematic when they come out. Yeah, they all have a lovely. They're all made by our.
Really adorable. And often,
she's so nasty. She was the most scary for me in the first film. Like, it wasn't the raptors, it was the Dilophosaurus. Yeah, it really was. When she kills Nedry, it was.
No,
I was terrified.
It was the raptors with the
it's definitely the raptors.
The venom and it's so playful. It's horrible. We got to rename our Dilophosaurus for sure, please.
Okay.
Please.
In the chat, you know how this works
as well.
now. We need 2 names. First of all,
can't call it Nedry again.
Needs a name, and it has to be different from Nedry. So what should we call the Dilophosaurus that we've just released into our park, into our island?
Thank you, Edo.
And look at this.
This is one of my favourite looking dinosaurs in the game.
The Ceratosaurus is a beautiful.
Ceratosaurus, yeah.
So before we do move on, because we have, of course, one last segment here where we're going to show off the
in the moonlight.
Gameplay. Yeah. Did you make a ranger station?
Yes.
Do you know what I'm going to ask you to do?
What's that?
I want you to go and take some beautiful photographs.
Oh, I do. Yes, yeah. That's a good thing I built a range station. I've just bought 2 more ranger
You've
teams
just
as
bought
well.
2 more ranger teams. It's
That's
not,
good.
not that you're short on money already or anything.
I've decided I don't actually like those Jeeps. I'm going to have orange Jeeps.
Okay, very nice.
Because they just look better. I'm going to drive one of my orange ones.
Go for it.
Here we go.
Lovely stuff.
Going to swing a left. So hopefully we'll start getting more guests in the park now that we've actually got some dinosaurs for them to see.
We have the RX Anims suggested Barbasol. Which I think is a good suggestion.
You can build a gift shop in the...
and you can sell Barbasol.
Build a gift shop that sells Barbasol.
Again, I think during the next segment we'll talk through the guests.
Giving the game away, aren't I?
Or as well, yeah. But no, it's fine.
Luckily I've got a gate ready for me here.
Learn from my mistakes, thank you.
Yeah. That was pre-built, that wasn't me. That was all... here we go.
And as well, these come pre-built with some of the...
Ooh. I'm going to get a photograph of her in the moonlight.
Yeah.
I think if I press LB.
Yeah, it's lovely. Oh, hello.
Right, they're having a fight. That's going to make a good fight. Oh, no.
No, it's not. They're not.
Oh, no, they're not. Okay. Look at that. Gorgeous.
Excellent stuff.
Diverse.
So how does this work as well? Of course, you'll often get contracts. We haven't really talked in detail about how all the contracts.
I'm going to request one.
And again, you'll get to experience the game yourself very, very soon. June the 12th. It's like 2 days away.
So close.
We're June the 10th here. Oh, hello.
Oh, having a little swim there.
Such a cheeky. Oh, dead goat there.
Don't worry about the dead goat. Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about the dead goat. So, how happy are these?
Hey.
Too far away.
Oh, I got nothing. It's too far
Well,
away.
sometimes the contract will
just
be
like,
to take
not even worth
photographs of the dinosaurs in certain ways, and you'll get extra money for doing those in certain
right.
things. And yeah, the contracts can be quite different each time.
Yeah, the contracts are from the divisions, and they're it's a two-way relationship. They use it for you to trust them.
Yeah.
And
I've lost her.
the other way is they'll give you money if you're completing these things, whether it's genome or something.
I don't know what's wrong with her.
Oh, that's a good photo. It's got the headlights on it.
right. You're obsessed with this.
I got it.
There you go. You got your
Okay,
reward.
I'm
All right,
out.
fantastic. Good stuff.
The AI is just going to take over now and drive that Jeep back.
So here you go. Lambert's been in touch with a contract for you to complete. It will increase your reputation with him and give you some cash as well. So if you're low on cash, like Nick was when we first started the level, contracts are a great way to increase that income and increase your reputation with divisions as well.
So I've got poor satisfaction in my park at the moment because the guests have nowhere to eat and nowhere to drink, and they're just nothing. So
Two dinosaurs to look at, but that's okay.
So I'm going to pop down like a little high street of.
We didn't name the Dilophosaurus.
Oh yes, sorry.
Do you
I was waiting for you to finish
do you also remember when we restarted? We were like, all right, now we're going to show off how you can do it better. I'm not sure.
Hey, hey, no one's died.
We'll let the no one's died yet.
That's my criteria.
I think that we'll let the players, when they finally get their hands on the game themselves, show us how to play it well.
Yeah, they'll do a much better job than me. I'm going to pop the high street down here. So I'm going to build us a little fast food restaurant, and of course you can rename and manage all of these.
Are you going to do it? Are you going to ask the chat to rename?
Rename. Well, at the moment it's just called The Bar.
It's got. Oh God, we
He
can
wants to go to The Bar.
It's the only bar.
And what we'll do is we'll give away another copy of the game as well. So we'll pick somebody at random for naming the bar. Of course, any offensive names will be left out of that draw. So name the bar in the chat, whatever chat you're in, and we'll take somebody at random to win a copy of Jurassic World Evolution, whether that is on the Xbox One, PC, or PS4.
Thank you.
So I'm sure that we'll get lots of interesting suggestions. Remember to keep them safe, family-friendly as possible. This is a family-friendly live stream.
No, shopping rating. It is a family-friendly.
It is a
It is
family-friendly,
indeed.
definitely.
It is indeed.
The occasional dinosaur.
With the occasional
Like
dinosaur
somebody-
getting mauled. mauling her.
Mostly.
Okay, so here we go. So I can get my fast food restaurant, and I'm gonna change what this sells. I'm gonna sell some dino dish. So I said dino fish then. That would have been odd. I'm gonna sell that for a mere $10.
Bargain.
But how can you tell if you're going to be making any profit from this? Usually you would have some...
At the bottom, once the guests start coming in, you'll see that you'll have the trade-off of how much it's costing you to make those versus what your profit actually is. So you can manage each individual building to make sure they're running at a profit. The more staff you employ, the more guests you can satisfy at any one time. So
Okay.
see that, and you can check on your management view
Oh,
here.
here we go. We haven't even touched on this yet at all.
This is it. If you go to the food satisfaction area, you can see that this area is quite well sorted. If you go down to here,
slightly more demand.
There's low demand down here, but it's also not that well catered for. So you can, at a glance, the same goes for power, storm protection. Oh, storm protection. Yep. Sorry, just remember that's the other thing I was
Like
build.
the penny just keeps dropping every time.
Yeah. It's good. There's a lot to deal with. You try running a dinosaur park. It's hard work.
So the suggestion is to rename the bar on Twitch. Apparently it's going very, very, very quickly, but they're trying to find that name to make sure that you win, and they will find it.
The Amber Lounge.
The Amber Lounge.
Oh, lovely.
So I think that's what we'll do.
good
We'll
name.
rename
It is
that
a good
now
name.
to the Amber Lounge, which
That
is
is a good name.
name.
That is a great name for a bar.
suggestion.
That's me.
Congratulations to whoever that is that chose it, but we will find you and make sure that you win that copy of.
It's better than the Bar 1, isn't it?
Amber Lounge. Oh, there you go. Very, very good.
And Rich, I'm just going to let you rename the fast food restaurant. You can call it anything you want. What do you want to call it?
Oh, no
Anything
pressure
you want.
on a live stream with lots of thousands of people watching. Don't worry about it. Just name it whatever you want. Here we go. The bar. That's going to really confuse the guests.
Oh,
But I like
you
it.
trickster.
I like it. Very, very good.
So how's my facility rating going? I should be getting some more satisfaction, I think, now that we've got some people coming in. Maybe
And as you can
maybe
see,
I also need to build them where there's more people
Yeah, so
as well, I think.
The key is to make sure that your guest buildings are built around where there's demand. So there's always demand around your viewing galleries or your viewing platforms or your hotels if you have any, because people don't want to walk that far away.
Do you regret letting me play the game yet?
I'm just not convinced that
the
you're
point
doing
that
very
we're at?
well.
So
Okay.
the power
We've had no
station.
storms though. That's good. So
Yeah,
far.
I know, so far.
That's
I
what's
don't say
happened.
that.
How can we predict when those storms are going to come in or not?
No,
It's completely random.
it's random.
So we've done quite well.
Well, some islands are more susceptible to storms, but you can't tell when they're going to come in. You'll get a brief warning before they come in.
Right.
Uh,
If you've built the storm defense, right?
If you build storm defense, yeah, they'll let you know.
Nick's only power station is currently having a power outage. So no matter how many substations he builds in this area, you've got no power.
Oh, rich. So maybe what I need to do is build a backup power station. That might be a good idea. I do have a little bit of money in the bank, so I'm going to build one. This is going to cost half of my available funds, but I think it's probably going to be worth it to keep the park going. I'm going to pop it over here because nobody wants to look at a...
Just being really careful and conservative with all the space usage as well. Which
Well, yeah. This is what I'm doing.
yeah. The jaunty music tells me it's going well.
Yeah, the music's saying, don't worry, Nick, you're doing a great job.
Yeah. All right. So apparently we have found the winner of that previous prize. So we'll be contacted. So those are the copies of Jurassic World Evolution that we are able to give away. But we do remember have that Xbox One X console. So a Jurassic World Evolution branded console. It's completely exclusive. It's really, really awesome. I think we have. I don't know if we can show up a picture of it right now, but I'm sure we can in just a moment.
I've
got no power. I've got to wait for my power to come back online.
While Nick tries to manage this,
Because the penny just dropped again, I realised that I haven't got my fossil centre getting the Metrocanthosaurus DNA.
And that's an important part. You want to make sure that your dig teams are constantly going out and collecting new fossils, because dinosaur variety is a big part of your guess. Make sure that's appealing to them. But also, how much genome you have. The more you have of each dinosaur, the more likely that they'll incubate, so you can reduce that chance of failure. And the more, gives you more options to edit in your gene slices, in your gene modification.
So we've shown off what the game is like. We haven't exactly shown off how to be good at the game. But hey, that's for you. That's for you guys.
Steady on there, Ed.
Show us how good you can be with the game. But we do have. Well, you can see at the bottom there. You can see that you've got not even half of a star on your star rating. And to progress through the game,
and I started at 2.
You've lost. Stars.
I know why that is. That's because the power was out and it's just come back online. So you just wait for that star rating is going to skyrocket.
But you also so once you've increased those star ratings, that then unlocks the further levels. But then also the real challenge, the kind of hard mode, I suppose, is to hit that 5-star rating on each of those islands.
That's right. Each island has a 5-star rating requirement, and once you hit that, you'll get a new unlock as well. So whether it's a dig team or some more.
The way you took charge left an impression.
Now he's got a bad star rating, Ed.
So
it's got back.
So Nick completed a contract from Lambert to increase his facility rating, so he kind of proved you wrong there.
We haven't even gone into the InGen database either. We haven't even talked about anything to do with that, or the story, or the lore. We've got lots to cover, and we will cover it hopefully in the next, roughly half an hour as well, looking at the the sandbox mode, which we'll go to in just a second. But before we do that, a reminder of how to enter the competition. To be in for the chance to win the branded Jurassic World Evolution Xbox One X, all you have to do is post and tell us what your favourite dinosaur is, whether that's on Twitter or Instagram. But use the hashtag Jurassic World Evolution so we can find you. So just tell us what your favourite dinosaur is, whether that's a, I don't know, Parasaurolophus. Oh, easy for me to say.
Parasaurolophus.
Nick's,
oh gosh, I should never have chosen
Nick's
that
too
one.
easy. You can just like
well done,
straight
Nick.
away.
Yeah, I'm a lot better at that than I am at
raptor.
making the
Simple.
path.
Velociraptor. Velociraptor for me.
The fewer syllables, the better, Nick.
All right, I want to say congratulations to Nick as well. You're no longer on screen anymore. You can carry on playing if you wish.
I want to.
But no one can see what you're doing. Well, that's fun. I mean, having a nice
stop
time.
playing. I'm having a good time.
No, so Nick, you obviously as head of animation, what does that entail? Working with these dinosaurs is quite quite a special thing, right?
It's been incredibly special. So I'm a huge fan of Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, the whole franchise, always have been, and it's the main reason I became an animator. So we've got this opportunity to work with some incredibly good rigs and animation rigs and an amazingly talented
animation rigs.
Sorry, rigs. The rigs are they're like the puppets.
Okay.
That are built for us. So you get the model, and then our riggers rig up the model so that it can be puppeted about, and then that goes to our animators, and they animate it, and they bring these beautiful
and then we
things to
get
life.
this just
and it's
gorgeous stuff on screen that you can see here. Where do you sort of when you sort of began coming up with these animations? Obviously, we get to see sort of in our game how these dinosaurs, these beautiful dinosaurs, are just living day to day, right? Which is. Whereas in the films you only get to see a snapshot of what they're doing when they're usually doing something, either eating or attacking something. So how was it a challenge to sort of build in those animations and work out how they sleep, or how they... Because, of course, if they get sick, they will eventually fall asleep, right?
Well, absolutely. Well, obviously, a lot of the dinosaur animations, we pulled a lot of reference from the films, and that gave us a lot of... Because that's what's familiar to people. People have watched the films, and in their mind, that's what a dinosaur looks like. So we need to make sure that if we're not true to those, people would not really understand what was going on. But of course there's a lot of stuff that happens in our game, like you say, like going to sleep, like just eating from a feeder, stuff that doesn't always happen in the film. So for that we looked at a lot of wildlife reference, and we would look at the closest living analogue for these creatures, a lot of birds, rhinoceroses, elephants, anything that would match the same kind of weight and rough skeletal structure to one of these to these dinosaurs, and we would try and make sure that they're moving in a believable way. So even though they are creatures that no one truly understands how they moved, we want to make it as close to how we think they would have moved as possible, as accurate as possible, and true to wildlife. So hopefully people will feel that they move in a familiar way and in a believable way.
Yeah, and again, I think we said this earlier on, but obviously they really are the star of the show, and
they absolutely
a lot of dinosaurs, and I think that's part of what drives you through the game, is unlocking these dinosaurs as you go, and sort of basically creating that perfect dinosaur and getting that dinosaur rating up, which we talked a little bit about earlier with dinosaur rating. But there are other ways, other than doing the bioengineering of dinosaurs, there are other ways to increase that dinosaur's stats. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Different values that feed into that are how much genome you have, whether you've modified it, but also there's a combat infamy rating as well. So if a dinosaur defeats another dinosaur in combat, we call it, if it kills another dinosaur, that will increase its rating as well. So you could genetically engineer a Triceratops that has a higher attack rating than a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Okay. And if that Triceratops beats the T-Rex, which is possible, it gains part of the rating from the T-Rex. So you can, because who wouldn't want to go all the way to Costa Rica to see the killer Triceratops?
Yeah.
So that kind of feeds into the rating as well.
But that will also then, because the dinosaurs are dying, that drops the welfare of dinosaurs.
Well, this is the thing, is that it's a trade-off between spectacle and just being wasteful with the dinosaurs.
It's just another one of those loops that keep you going through. To get that 5-star rating on each island is a real challenge, right? It's quite difficult to do. So
that's right. Well, you need to be perfectly looking after your dinosaurs, perfectly looking after your guests, have all that stuff unlocked, and it's definitely a big challenge, and make sure that you're in control of all that chaos.
Having lots of dinosaur variety and having lots of different, but that also then makes it harder because you're trying to mix or keep happy all these dinosaurs and make sure that everyone's fine. So it can be a real challenge to get those high star ratings on each island.
Okay, so I'll mention it one more time because after this next segment, after the Isla Nublar segment, which is going to be the sandbox mode, we are going to be drawing the winner for the Xbox One X. I'm going to mention it again. So hashtag Jurassic World Evolution on either Twitter or Instagram. Tell us what your favourite dinosaur is, and then you will be entered the prize draw to win this beautiful looking thing.
Lovely,
I mean, look at the scratch marks across the front of it as well, like some sort of Velociraptor or something, some sort of Rex,
some sort of console-hating dinosaur.
Some console-hating dinosaur. Slash at that, yeah. So make sure you tell us what your favorite dinosaur is on either Twitter or Instagram using that hashtag Jurassic World Evolution, and then we'll pick a winner at random after this next segment, which is, well, Rich. Why don't you tell us, how do people actually unlock this in the first place? So this is the sandbox mode for the game, right?
Yeah, this is Isla Nublar, which is the sandbox level in the game, and the player gets this if they achieve a 4-star rating on the first island, Isla Matanceros. So it can be accessed by the player relatively quickly, but it's a sandbox mode that allows you to build anything you want without the restriction of money. You know, it's a true sandbox mode, but it's you have to progress through the game and unlock the dinosaurs and the buildings and the upgrades before you can put them in the sandbox. So you get access to it early, but you're really pushed to unlock the dinosaurs as you get through the game.
Okay, and that also counts for the research, it counts for the building types that you've got, it counts for basically everything, all those different types of things. As you can see, we've got Betty, Bee, and
Blanche,
my brachiosaurs.
Oh, very
lovely.
Look, golden girls.
Lovely ladies. Hi there. So what I want people to do in the chat is maybe suggest something that they want to see us do here in the sandbox mode, and then our mod team will, our lovely behind the scenes team, by the way, thank you so much guys for modding today. It must have been quite an interesting challenge. We'll pick a subject, something that we can try to do in our part. And while we're doing that, why don't we have a look at the, well, controllable gyros?
Yeah, let's just throw that in there.
It's very quickly.
This is one of my very favourite things to do in the whole game.
Thought I'd do it before.
Drive the gyrospheres away. Yeah, I know Rich gets to do this.
So give us a challenge, a bit of a challenge, something to do like a challenge. That we can try to do in sandbox mode, and we'll do our very, very best. Can't promise it will be chaotic.
Yeah,
it probably will be.
The thing I love about this mode is that you get to see the dinosaurs from the perspective of the guests, and it works so well. Right? Exactly, it's not until now that you get to really get the scale of these dinosaurs, and I think that's what really excites people about dinosaurs in the first place, is that there's just nothing alive that's this big walking around anymore. It's a great shame. They should really bring dinosaurs back.
All right,
those guys were great.
We do have,
as long as you're not in charge.
Whilst we're peacefully looking at our beautiful dinosaurs there, Angel Graves on Facebook has asked for us to set up a dinosaur fight.
In some sort of coliseum, I assume.
No, I think you just added that.
What I want to see is some sort of...
And actually, it can show off like all sorts of different stuff, including building the path system there. We have our own very own animals barking in the background here as well.
We do, yeah. Dogosaurus.
All right, so yeah, talk us through what you're going to do to create this and set this.
So if we're having a dino fight, I think we're going to need a new enclosure, so we need some space. So I'm going to clear out some of the forest over here.
There's a lot of people asking for, and I'm going to say it, there's a lot of people asking for the Indominus Rex. I don't believe that you've unlocked it.
I don't think we've got her unlocked.
Now, that is a shame, and I'm very sorry to disappoint you. Very, very sorry to disappoint you. But what I will say is, we do want to leave some of the game for you to experience yourself, because remember, June the 12th, that's only 2 days. In some places, it turns
I don't want to
midnight.
take that moment away from you, the moment where you breed your first Indominus.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's a bit different to the other ones. Like, she gets bred in a slightly different way.
Oh.
Yeah, it's slightly different.
That's cool. It's good to know. And it's also going to be interesting for you guys to find out for yourselves as well when it launches on June the 12th, which is very, 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 very soon. We can't wait to hear all your feedback about everything that you think about Jurassic World Evolution. We have, just to point out, just to tell you, as part of the community team, Frontier Developments, I want to sell to you our forums and our social media. So if you don't already, do visit our forums, Jurassic World Evolution forums. Just Google that and you'll find it, and join us on there, because we've already got a fantastic community. The Reddit community is really awesome too. It's been so cool watching those guys just grow and start to form this little community of their own, and they're like super passionate.
And if you like football, do follow Rich Newbold.
Wait a minute.
Richard Newbold.
Wait a
Richard
minute.
Newbold.
That's not.
And he'll tell you all about what's happening in the football.
I was going for a nice community message, Nick. Sorry.
Sorry.
Into that.
We are the
Even
community. It's all part of the
Yeah, no,
community.
exactly. But yeah, no, make sure you do find us on the forums, follow us on Twitter as well, JW_Evolution, because all of our latest news comes from there. So what are you doing?
So whilst you've been doing some lovely messages,
Well, thank
I've
you
been
very
building
much,
this
yeah.
combat arena.
I did it for
I've
that
called it-
compliment. That's the only reason I said it.
So I cleared some space out, put an enclosure in, connected up to this viewing gallery that was already here, but I'm going to add some viewing platforms as well so that the guests can see it, because we're nothing
Gotta
without
see
the
it.
guests.
Now, Rich, this doesn't say to me gladiatorial combat.
Not yet.
I think what we need is some sort of Thunderdome style hill that they can fight to top on, or a pit. I don't mind either way, but I want to see some terrain shaping.
We're going to try and create our star, Triceratops, like we mentioned earlier.
Well, that's true. We
It's
could
possible.
That is Richard's.
I mean, you can't really
favourite.
predict what we. Is it your favourite dinosaur?
Yeah, I'm
It's
really-
like the Labrador of dinosaurs.
It is
It
the
is.
default dinosaur.
the
isn't it?
default dinosaur, Triceratops.
I was gonna
It's
say,
a beautiful
We've all
dinosaur.
got our favourites.
It's the dinosaur.
Yeah, sorry
with the
for insulting you for
stripes.
enjoying the Triceratops.
It was the first dinosaur you see
Yeah.
really up close in the film, and that was in the first film, and that was just like the moment I was like, this is amazing. Just like, this is a dinosaur. Also, because
Absolutely beautiful, isn't it? That model up close
Yeah.
where they find it for the first time.
Also, because all the other dinosaurs you see in the film are like scary, and his teeth and his death, and I was just, I was a little boy.
Bit more chilled, isn't she? Bit more.
Right, we need to incubate a dinosaur.
Yeah.
We need dinosaurs for the
Get a
dinosaur
couple
fight.
cooking.
So,
While you're incubating these as well, I
Triceratops.
think we should look at the InGen database after you've done that.
Yeah, I say so.
Very good idea.
Can we get a Triceratops and a T-Rex, because that's the classic Ray Harryhausen.
Oh yeah, take it all the way back to
that's
whenever
the
that was
fight,
made.
all the
When
way
was that,
back.
1920s, 1940s.
Well, not 1920s, I think it's 50s, 60s.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
I went far too far back.
Yeah, you went way too far back.
Shows my.
Gertie the Dinosaur was the original, I think it's 1910.
Oh, wow.
One of the first hand-drawn animations was Gertie the Dinosaur.
And now
Just
look
proving
how
that
far we've
dinosaurs were
come.
always cool, all the way,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
all the way back to then.
Yeah, I think people have just been fascinated by it. I think that's
Yeah.
one thing that the game allows you to do is just explore this like really wonderful world.
Exactly. And also with the InGen database, it's a chance to learn a little bit more about dinosaurs as well. You can learn about any of these guys.
So I've got our incubating. I've incubated our Tyrannosaurus Rex and our Triceratops for our dino fight. So whilst that's going, I'll get into the InGen database.
Yeah, let's have a look at it. Also, I want to say about the people are asking as well for the, and my pronunciation is terrible.
Go on, Ed.
Can you no, you've got to do it for
A
me.
Giganotosaurus.
The Gigantosaurus.
That was amazing.
So you're very good at this.
Yeah.
It's almost as if you have
It's almost
a
as if I
database
spent
of
my entire
pronunciations.
childhood looking
You
at
do.
dinosaurs.
But you also have don't you have a database of pronunciations as well that you,
You
can
do?
click and listen to? Well, you sent. No, it's Rich. You
It's
gave
It
that
was
to
me.
us.
I used those for the voiceover sessions.
But
'cause
clearly
they
I
were-
didn't.
they were
I learned all mine
incredibly
from
useful.
Dinosaurs magazine. You used to spell them all out phonetically.
Oh, that's cute.
That's very cool.
That's nice.
Yeah, very
But
cool.
yeah, so unfortunately, the No.
Giganotosaurus.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Look, I'm going to get better at this. I promise you guys. I'm going to get better at this. But we don't also have that unlocked as well. We do want you to experience some of this stuff for yourselves at home when it comes out on June the 12th. So I'm looking forward to seeing your screenshots for it all over Twitter and Instagram and things like that. I think it's time to do one more giveaway again.
Yeah.
Nick, what? Remember, and don't be so chaotic this time, all right?
Okay.
But what would you like people to say in the chat in order for them to be entered into the random prize draw to win a copy of Jurassic World Evolution?
Oh, my mind just goes to a quote that we can't put
No, we definitely can't.
on there. Can it be hashtag Muldoon socks?
Yeah, sure. Hashtag Muldoon's socks. Is that like a possessive Muldoon's socks?
Like what, 2 S's?
Like,
in?
are we going
S.
for Muldoon's socks
I
that
think
belong
about
to Muldoon?
Apostrophe or not? Let's not be
Yeah,
too
let's.
grammatically
Okay, look,
worried about that.
I'm a stickler for that kind of.
I know you are, but for the sake of that,
All right, okay. Great stuff. So in the chat, write down Muldoon socks and somebody will be drawn at random from the 4 chats. No matter what chat you're in, whether that's on Mixer, Facebook, Twitch or YouTube, you will be drawn at random to win a copy of Jurassic World Evolution. So what are you doing now, Rich?
So I'm just putting in the feeders for our
Oh,
T-Rex.
we said we were going to talk about InGen database.
We did, yeah. I was on it for a while.
We did
Sorry,
browse
I was having a browse.
database.
Talk us through it.
Chat
Talk us
about
through
it
it. Talk
now.
us through it.
So the InGen database is made up of various details about the game. It's the dinosaurs, the dig sites, or an archive of information about the characters or the diseases in your game, or some memo logs that you unlock as you progress through the game.
The story is that you kind of inherited this database after everything went wrong in Jurassic World. This was kind of one of the remnants from the computers there that you managed to scrounge.
So we put together information about the dinosaurs themselves. So if you really like the detail and the lore behind the game, it's a place for you to learn that. So you can you get a lot of descriptions about the dinosaurs, where they were originally discovered.
No, it was during rehearsal. All right, so we'll be giving away that Xbox One X console in a bit. You'll be we'll be contacting you, the winner, for that in just a moment. We'll give that away towards the end of the stream. So here we go. Are we ready yet? Are the dinosaurs out there?
With the terrain.
No, I mean, can you get like some fences and make a pinch point for the fight to take place?
Nick, you seem almost a little too too
disappointed. I don't want to just to dance around each other and
No, I think I prefer my hill, Nick.
It's like you've never built a dinosaur arena before.
How often do you build dinosaur arenas? Nearly done with the Rex as well.
Done. Ding.
And release.
I wish we'd had the microwave ding.
The microwave ding
when it's
ready
cooked.
when it's fully cooked. Very good. Here we go. And also we get to see this.
And you get to hear this astonishing roar as well. Oh, in the sunlight.
Excellent stuff.
So cool.
We had a little bit of a technical difficulty there, apparently, so I'm really sorry. I think we lost internet for a second. It's these Hollywood hills with all using all of their internet up here in Beverly Hills. But we appear to be back, and it's all in good timing because I think that you guys got to see that lovely roaring T-Rex there.
Ooh,
and she looks ready and also slightly angry. While we're waiting for those two to meet and get together, why don't we have a look at maybe something like the center?
So this is...
So we can go and have a... monitor.
Sandbox is a lovely main street, so using the management views.
Is this a sandbox that usually comes completely empty? You built this up previously?
This is just missing one thing to make it look just like the high street in Jurassic World. We need the visitor centre.
Oh, the innovation.
This is the visitor centre.
I know you meant.
What the hand signal for
Nick and I have been playing charades at the weekend for years now. I know exactly what.
Yeah, we're synced right in.
Okay.
So of course using the terrain tools here as well. They're nice and simple, very effective, get the job done.
Oh yeah, nice and quick. They work really nicely on the pad as well. Like there's no.
Can I might have done this earlier on, but can I say a hello to everybody on the Frontier Developments dev team and publishing team and everybody at Frontier Developments who have worked incredibly hard putting this together, and it feels like an absolute honour to be out here at E3. Sort of showcasing this game and representing an awesome team, whether that's the people all from the art teams, the animation teams, the audio guys, the coders. Like everybody's done such a wonderful job, apart from Rich in making this path.
Yeah, you've done a bad.
Oh, a fight has broken out. So we go and check the fight out.
Quickly finish the fight. What people want to see is that part.
Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, and Rexy's already taken a scrape.
Taken a hit. So who do we think is going to win?
I have no idea.
I think
They're pacing.
Well,
I think the I think our Triceratops. By the way, we don't have any name. Oh, and also, please stop saying Muldoon socks. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. The random bit was picked already before, and that was Tim Breen. Although the Muldoon socks is they've got bored of fighting one another. They might fight again.
I just realised that
even boxers have a
life's too short. They need a little rest. Going back to their respective corners, hanging their heads quite low.
Yeah, they're.
Anyway, go back to finishing off your.
That fight.
Go back to finishing off your guest area.
Yeah, let's go back and see how our visitor centre's getting on. Because that's such an impressive looking building as well. We should definitely take a moment to look at that.
Yeah, it's really, really awesome.
There's lovely details on this. You've got like the fossils embedded into the doors and
slightly wonky path that you've got there going on there.
I had to build it. I was trying to take my time and I was being considered, and then I had two people counting me to go see a dinosaur fight.
I told you that it would eventually.
I just threw the time
grade into us just shouting things at you. I'm so sorry for that. Thanks everyone as well for coming along to watch tonight. It's been a lot of fun for us to showcase the game for the very first time.
Oh, there you go. Fight's kicked back off
again.
Come on then. Oh, she's not looking good.
No, I think the Triceratops is going to pull it off. I think she's got it.
Oh.
Ed Lewis, the death knell of any fight.
Just a casual snap of the neck there for the Triceratops.
Well, that settles that.
Showing off.
I think she's probably going to proceed to eat that.
And then the casual announcement of the
dead dinosaur.
Munching the meat. There she is.
There you go. Well, it can go either way, actually. Normally Triceratops and T-Rex is pretty close.
And it looks awesome when
it does. I kind of like it when the T-Rex wins.
All right, so why don't we go back and check out the visitor centre one last time before we say goodbye to everybody and announce the winner of the Xbox One X console, which is super cool. And there
we go. Look at that.
Look at that thing. Well, what does the Innovation Centre do? What does it actually do?
The Innovation Centre is one of the division buildings. So each division, once you hit a certain reputation with them, will give you access to a new building. So the Innovation Centre is Isaac's for the entertainment division. It means that when you have it in your park, if you have a high reputation with Isaac, with the entertainment division, your profit will go up exponentially. So if you're really targeting a specific division, put down one of their operation centres down and you'll really start making a lot of money.
It's going to bring a lot of tourists to the park, rather than scientists and security guards. It's going to be a lot of guests as well.
Although it does say unlimited money there as well, that you can see that there is a star rating, so you can also 5-star the Isla Nublar, right? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, shout out to the building artists that this really beautiful looking
they've
building
done,
there.
Again, done a great job. All right, well, I think it might be time for us to announce the winner of the Xbox One X exclusive.
Richard Newport?
It's down. I'm so sorry. It's not. Let me just check. Sorry. No, it's not Richard Newport.
Oh, I think that was a nice touch.
We do have the winner, and the winner was completely picked at random, and it's quite a big announcement. So drum roll. It is, of course, for the Xbox One X, the Jurassic World Evolution branded Xbox One X, which is very fancy indeed. The winner of the console, and there it is up on screen. Congratulations go to Corporal Hitman. Corporal Hitman, completely chosen at random. Corporal Hitman. I didn't know that Hitmen had rankings.
That's right,
It's good to know. It's good to know.
Every day is a school day.
Absolutely, and they said that the Indominus Rex is their favourite dinosaur because of the hybrid features it has from the different creatures, which is a very good answer. So thank you everybody so much for joining in. And again, if you did miss out on that Xbox One X, remember that Rich tomorrow is going to be on the iBuyPowerPC live stream at 10 a.m. PT, where they're going to be giving away a branded PC, which is very, very cool. All right, so thank you so much, guys. I think that's it. Remember, June the 12th. That's so close now. Jurassic World Evolution is going to be out, and you guys are going to be playing it. We cannot wait to see what you think about it. Please, we absolutely love all of your feedback. It's awesome to see people so excited for this game, and we hope to keep that excitement going as well. So head over to JurassicWorldEvolution.com if you haven't already, and there's lots of links on there, lots of forum links, lots of community links, social links, but also a place to pre-order if you haven't already done so. So JurassicWorldEvolution.com for that. 2 days away! 2 days away! I'm so excited to see what people think. So Nick Rogers, thank you so much.
Thanks for that. Yeah,
Come back and do a stream again with us in future.
Any day of the week. I love it.
Twitch.tv/Frontier Developments. If you aren't already following that channel, please do so as well, because we'll be doing lots of live streams there, inviting dev guests on, giveaways, sneak previews of things in future perhaps, who knows. So do follow that channel. Richard Newbold, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for executive producing this live stream as well.
You did an executive job.
Yeah, I know you did a great job. And thank you to everybody at home as well for being absolutely awesome and watching today. It's been a real pleasure to do this live stream for you. Look out for lots of content over E3. We'll be all over the place and all over our social media channels. But until then, we'll see you very, very soon. Thank you so much. Goodbye.